Deontay Wilder. What is this? Two legends of the sport, two icons. The UK versus the UN. Oh.
Behind the head. Brazil for adding the character and throw with him.
The blood is spraying out all around the ring. The only person who seems oblivious to it is Cesaro. And
jab by Wilder now. Thus far, Thurman hasn't shown the work rate. He's hitting, and Thurman goes down. Of Wilder's 37 knockouts have occurred here in the round. First round, and Thurman down for the second time. There's hammer, and here in round one, he is Rocking Thurman.
He's out. He's out cold.
B3 Picks TV, we back again. Man, y'all tap the like button, follow the channel, help the channel grow. We definitely working. Man, hey, Wilder definitely smoked them. You already know, Bryce. Listen, anybody pull up today and need the link, I'll drop the link in the chat or whatever the case may be. Y'all know we building, and I appreciate all the love and support. We have 15 active members now on YT. I wish I had my sound effects and everything up, but round of applause to y'all. I got some things in the work as far as the setup goes, and having I'm in the process of, well, I got to be patient because I got to get my finances in order, but I want to have a desktop set up and things so I can kind of have a smooth go between YouTube and TikTok. So I'm thankful for all the support, everybody that tapped in with the membership. We're going to do a $50 Cash App, the first giveaway ever on the channel. We're going to do a $50 Cash App, so I'm thankful for that. And listen, join the membership because you want to see the channel do well. You want to see me, Brad, do well, and help us, build this thing up, man. Our first year be April 15th. So I'm thankful for all the love and support. Man, shout out to my brother Prize Fighter pulling up on me, man. Always supporting and showing love. Shout out to Zion. Appreciate you pulling up. Teamwork made a dream work. We grinding. Hey, y'all, listen. It's a huge fight week this week. It's a big fight week. I'm excited. To see what's in store from Sebastian Fundora and Keith One Time Thurman. Hey, One Time is back. One Time is back. They was calling him sometime. But now they're going nice. Now we about to see One Time. Let's see if he can land that big shot to hurt Fundora, man. Let's see if he can pull what Brian Mendoza did, right? Now the size and dimensions are ridiculous. So Sebastian Fundora is 6'6" with an 80-inch reach. And appreciate you pulling up, Bruce Gas, man. Look, tap in with Bruce Gas. Appreciate you, Bruce. Appreciate you pulling up. So Sebastian Fundora is 6'6" with an 80-inch reach, while Keith Thurman is 5'9.5". I believe it said he had like a 66-inch reach or something like that. Maybe 69. We'll give him I think it's 11-inch difference. So let's do 11-inch. We'll say 69, I believe. But because I was just looking at it briefly. So even still, it's a 10-inch arm reach advantage and about a 9-inch height advantage for Sebastian Fundora. Styles make fights. Styles make fights. Shout out to my brother Prize. Smash the like button. Please smash the like. Help the channel grow. Help support the channel. We grinding, man. We definitely put in that work. Put some color in the chat if you can. Help us build this community. Listen, we 4 minutes in. We're gonna have a good day. I hope everybody had a beautiful weekend. We'll recap the fights and whatever we saw. Anybody to pull up on the panel, we could talk about the past week fights, everything we seen from Ammo Williams and Carlos Adames. Now, I did have Carlos Adames getting a stoppage pre-fight, but Ammo Williams showed toughness, showed heart. He got dropped in the second round, but he was able to fight back and lose a unanimous decision. And what a lot of people enjoyed the fight because he was letting his hands go. He took a lot of punishment, but because he didn't get his head off the line. Emma Williams did not get his head off the line. He was there for the right hand all night. Shout out to Vay K Bay. Salute to the beautiful Vay. Appreciate you, Vay, pulling up and helping us support. and helping us grow the channel. I appreciate you, member of the channel as well. Shout out to all the members, Prize in the building. Appreciate you, Zion, and they all the members, man. I appreciate y'all support. Now, Bruce Gas said Fundora likes to get in the pocket. That's the only chance Thurman has. Yeah, you right. You right. Because if he uses his range, if he uses his reach, keeps his distance, keep Thurman at the end of a jab, keep a stiff jab out there, then he can keep Thurman at the end of his punches. But if he tries to go inside with Keith, like you saying, Bruce, Keith is gonna let loose some hellacious shots, and we know Keith can punch. So if Fundora makes the mistake of staying on the inside too long and gets clipped, it's gonna be good night. It's gonna be good night. Mark my words. If Fundora doesn't keep his distance, keep the at a keep it at mid to long range, and use his height to his advantage, yeah, Thurman is gonna crack him. Yup, Thurman is definitely gonna crack him. So, but I like the maturation process of Fundora. And I do. It's going to be interesting to see if the old guard, if Keith Thurman can get the job done. The thing about Fundora is Fundora, he's very active, right? He's consistent. He's pretty much the number one. I mean, him and Barrios have been extremely active on PBC. So he's been definitely getting his fights and his showcases and his ability to perform and stay active. Bruce says Fundora doesn't have the discipline to stay outside. Can you name a fight where he did? Great question. Um, there isn't. He hasn't had to. Nah, he hasn't had to. I would say, being an undefeated fighter, I think it would have been some fights where we would like to have seen him because Tim Zoo was giving him a lot of pressure and landing some big shots on him before he kind of got that head clash. I believe it was an elbow that busted Tim Zoo's head open. So Bruce is right. He hasn't done it. Bruce is right. Fondor doesn't have the discipline to stay on the outside. Bruce is breaking this thing down for us. So it may be are you giving so Bruce, are you giving Thurman a puncher's chance? Or what's your thoughts on it? Because like you saying, Fondora likes to mix it up. He's there for a good time, not a long time. So he's really trying to lay hands on his opponents. So if you're gonna fight Fondora, man, it's best to just you gotta get in there, you gotta get in and get out. You gotta land those big shots and try to stay away, from being on the end of his punches. Nobody wants to be on the end of his punches. So I like the fact that Thurman had Michael Fox. Shout out to the professor, Michael Fox. Now he has like some good dimensions because Michael Fox is 6'4". But it's just a difference in Fondora's style of fighting. So I believe that Keith is gonna come into this fight ready though. He's gonna come into this fight ready for war. Now Bruce said I give Thurman a good chance when they get inside. I got you. Yeah, that makes sense. His age and inactivity is a big question. And that's the thing, Bruce, with Keith specifically is so much inactivity, and now he's getting up there in age. I can check it, but I believe Thurman is about 36. Let me pull it up real quick. I think Keith may be 36. Let me see here. Oh, 37. Keith was born November 23rd, 1988. So Keith one-time Thurman, the former unified welterweight world champion, is 37 years of age. How is that going to shape up in this fight with Fundora, a young guy, hungry guy, somebody that doesn't want, somebody that's very well trained too. If you think about it, now is he Gabriella? No, he has a different fighting style, but I think it's similar fighting styles. It's just that the opposition is a little different, right? So I don't want to judge Sebastian comparative to his sister too much. I only brought the sister up to say that what the job the father is doing. Shout out to Papa Fondor. Shout out to Mr. Fondor. He's doing a hell of a job with his two children as athletes. They're from Coachella, California, y'all, and they literally are dominating the sport of boxing. Now Fondor, we want to see him with the top echelon of competition. I feel like Keith Thurman is that he's that guy. He's that test. I don't if y'all look at Fundora's resume, I'm gonna go through Fundora's resume really quick. And we're gonna see outside of Tim Zoo. I mean, of course he fought Brian Mendoza. We respect Brian Mendoza. We're gonna look at Sebastian. Sebastian is 23-1-1. He's been stopped one time by Mendoza. And shout out to Mike Rim, man. Mike Rim, appreciate you pulling up. And yes, Vay, I appreciate that support. Thank you for being a member, Vay. Help the channel grow. Join the membership if you can. And we still in our infancy. We still in our infancy, so please help the channel grow. Hit the like button if you can. Right now, let me say this: the Towering Inferno, Sebastian Fundora, Spider Crab. He's listed at 6'5.5". Now, he did fight Nathaniel Gallimore. He stopped Nathaniel Gallimore. He stopped Jorge Cota. He went 12 with Sergio Garcia. He stopped Erickson Lubin. He went 12 with Ocampo. Got stopped by Mendoza. Then he has a split decision over Tim Tszyu. Stopped Cordell Booker. And he stopped Tim Tszyu. I mean, again, okay. No Hall of Famers on his resume. No, this will be the first Hall of Famer on his resume. Big Illy, appreciate you pulling up, Illy. Illy, a real supporter, man. Thank you, Illy. Good to see you this morning. Hope all is well. Yeah, y'all. So this will be the first. This will actually be the first Hall of Famer on Keith Thurman's resume. Let's go. I mean, on Sebastian Fundora's resume. Excuse me, y'all. On Sebastian Fundora's resume. So Keith Thurman, I believe he is going to be looked at as a future Hall of Famer. Even though, I mean, he unified the welterweight division. Now let's look at his resume. Um. Okay, he stopped Julio Diaz, Keith Thurman. He beat Leonard Bundu. He also beat Robert Guerrero. He also beat Luis Colazo. Um, he beat Luis Colazo. He beat Sean Porter. He beat Danny Garcia. He beat Josecito Lopez. Lost to Manny in a split decision, but he beat Barrios and stopped Brock Jarvis. So Angie, I don't know. I don't know if you know. You said you angry today. What's going on? What's going on? I dropped the link for you, Angie, but you know, we're doing members only. I got you in the I've been sending the link to you. Well, I've been putting the link in the members only chat. Right, but I'm gonna drop the link for Angie. What's going on, Jay Will? Appreciate you pulling up. Appreciate you pulling up. You say you so angry. Why are you angry, Angie B? Talk to us. You can hit the link. The people definitely want to hear what you got to say. And I like how you photobombed me too. Let me show y'all what Angie had. Let me show y'all what Angie did. Oh, you said delete it? Okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, now that's going to yes, we doing this and it's really not panel to membership to join the panel. I don't want people to look at it like that, like to join the membership just to join the panel. I don't want to look at it like that's not what it is. What it is that we're a growing channel and the people that's around now I want to see do well. I want to see, yeah. Yeah, your picture was on your picture was on where my icon was. I was like, Angie B done photobomb me. But I'm doing because we're a growing channel, we're not getting YouTube money. We're not so we need to ensure that the people that are coming around that's blessing the channel, they want to see the channel grow, they want to see us do well. They're gonna support the channel to get to that next level. So listen, we didn't have color in the chat every live that we've been monetized. So I'm thankful for that. If we can, let's get some color in the chat, even if it's $2, even if it's 99 cents super sticker, anything helps to support. So that way we can keep putting these shows on. And people will come. If you build it, they will come. If you build it, they will come. So we're gonna have our people. Our people gonna find us. Our people gonna find us. Because I'm gonna tell y'all like this. It's so many. That's why I was telling the other day. It's so many things you can do with your time. Do those things. But if you here, man, support with us, build with us, right? Help us grow. You know, we wanna do some things. We wanna move around in the world and in the sport. So we're gonna conduct ourselves accordingly, and we're gonna build accordingly. Listen, I started to make a million campaign, and people that support and understand they're working on building a millionaire. I'm still listen. I just got, by the grace of God, I had to file bankruptcy to clear out all my past debt or whatever. I had to file Chapter 7, and we just got that finalized. Now it's still where the paperwork has been put in, the filing has been done, so I'm thankful for that. But I didn't get paid for the last 11 months. Now I had to leap out and take a leap of faith and leave my employer or whatever because I was unhappy in that circumstance. But I didn't do that. I didn't do that to DoorDash for 7 days a week. That's what I was doing to pay bills. So if you want to see the channel do well, if you want to see a brother, keep a brother from knocking over old ladies or grabbing purses, anything like that, man, help a brother out. Support the channel. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm just joking. Y'all know we weren't doing all that. But thank you, Angie B. I appreciate you, Vay, and thank you, Illy. Appreciate my team, man. We got a lot of beautiful people around us. I do have the Discord set up, so we're gonna be doing like a members only type of Discord. But I really want to add business professionals, but it's gonna be people that's connected to me and connected with us, and we're gonna have an avenue where like you might need resources, or like for instance, free is understanding the military, policing, security. So if you have a security question, or maybe if you in the Maryland, DC area and you need security for an event, you need to be connected. So that's what the Discord is for. So we in our first year. It'll be April 15th, and we just gonna keep building this thing out. Shout out to my brother Smoke Session. Smoke, how you feeling today, bro? Talk to me.
What's going
I,
on, bro?
hey man, you already know, blessed man, thankful. Thankful, bro. Just building, man. 15 active on the membership. So the grind don't stop though. We working, so I'm just blessed, bro, and I'm thankful, man. You already know. Let me say this right. We got a big fight week coming up, Smoke. Everybody in here, tap the like button, hit the follow, help us grow. Now, it's a huge fight week, really, because all the cards. I appreciate you pulling up because I'm gonna pull up all the cards. We'll have some discussions. Um, just talk to the people real quick, Smoke. And look, and Illy said, and to build a community of support for people. We building a community. And see, that's what I'm saying. Everybody love the concept of wanting to have a friend with money, or wanna, want somebody, you know what I'm saying, Smoke? Everybody wants somebody that has some money around them. They don't want to build nobody up. Now, my team do. Now, people that understand, they do. So it's gonna be a process, but when we get there, imagine have somebody that say, hey, if you need this, need that, you know what I'm saying, you might get $300 $400 out of person because you didn't build them up, you didn't supported them for a period of time, that you invested in them. Why they gonna invest back in you? That's how I'm gonna do it. That's my vision. I'm blessed to be a blessing, right? If you have not because you ask not, but you also, once you have to give, be a cheerful giver. That's just the stuff I believe in, Smoke. But let's cook on some boxing, Smoke.
What's
Um
good?
Now Fundora Thurman this week. Talk to me about that matchup. Let's start there. I'm gonna pull up the fight card. We'll go through some of the fights, but do you see this as a fight that Thurman can win, or is this just an uphill battle? Being that Fundora is the more active fighter, he's 6'6", 80-inch reach. Talk to us.
Uh, his last fight, he showed that he could fight at distance. But the problem is, what's going on, Big Ellie? The problem is that he likes to fight on the inside, and Keith's very tricky, man. And both times he got caught, he was trying to throw a punch on the inside. I just looked at the Brian Mendoza knockout like 2 days ago. He was in there trying to throw an uppercut, and that left caught him. Keith's tricky, man.
Yeah.
Keith can slide, he can step, he can move, he can spin. He's just not gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? But this could be one of them things where Father Time is undefeated. So to be truly honest with you, there's nothing that says he has more skill than Keith, more power, anything like that. It's the youth And that goddamn, excuse my language, that reach, bro, that reach is, bro, 80 inches at 54, 6'6", keeps like what, 5'7", 5'8", just, this is a fight that, like, if you saw it in the street, you'd be like, man, somebody got to go help that little dude. But it's Keith Thurman, so I'm gonna give him benefit of the doubt. But it is Keith Thurman, though, man. But bro, he's young, man. He's young. To me, the only way Anthony Joshua would beat one of the brothers is because he was younger. That's it. That's the only reason he got up after that knockdown. If he wasn't in shape and so much youth, man, I don't think he could have beat homie. Real talk. Klitschko, yeah, the Klitschko, bro. I think he beat him with youth. There was nothing that said he outskilled him, outclassed him, higher IQ. He was just younger, stronger, way more youthful. And I feel like that plays a part in a lot.
Absolutely. Shout out to Pugilism pulling up. Let me just say this real quick. Shout out to Illy now. We doing a raffle April 1st. Everybody's active in the membership. It's gonna be a $50 cash app. So we're gonna have one blessed person to get $50. And we're gonna do it on TikTok as well. So I'm thankful, Illy. So you on the TikTok one, so I appreciate you. Now, and shout out to Pugilism. Appreciate you pulling up, bro. Angie B is funny. Angie B on one this morning. Appreciate you, Angie B. Now, let me pivot real quick, right? Like this. Before I pull up the card and everything. Who's the money behind in this fight? You got the Mexican American in Fundora, who looks like that he could have a lot of longevity, right? Being his size. I mean, depending on if he move up in weight, he might get clipped and hurt by somebody, maybe Bronco or maybe Laura, something like that. You never know. Boots at 160. But do you think the money is behind Keith because they have big matchups like Errol Spence? Talk to me about that. Who is the money behind in this fight? Smoke.
What's good, Juan?
No, what's going on, Jeff?
Going
Wow,
on,
what's
man?
happening, family?
I feel like I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think it may be one of the ones where whoever wins, that's what's gonna happen.
Smoke, you know who the money on?
Between Keith and Fundora, is like I think it could be behind Fundora, but if Keith wins, like you get all of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get all of the accolades of what he was gonna get.
Nah, the money behind Fundora though, you gotta kind of like play it as it is because he's starting to like kind of put it together. So he's definitely the money definitely behind him.
Man, them PBC commercials they've been dropping, it look like a lot of Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. Let me just say shout out to Jannar Hill pulling up. What's going on, Jannar? Appreciate you pulling up. He said if the cards are stacked right, Fundora might KO Keith if he uses jab like in his last two fights and mix it up.
Yeah, but he likes to fight on the inside, and every time he got clipped was on the inside. When Lubin clipped him, he shouldn't have been on the inside. He was already winning the fight. And he got clipped by Mendoza. I was looking, bro. Mendoza was bleeding all over the damn place before he hit him. So he likes to get inside and lose a little focus, and that may be all somebody needs. Especially somebody like Keith with the ring IQ. But I'm not saying I think Keith gonna win, but I'm just saying it is boxing, and Keith could have been playing. I mean, he done had a year to plan this, so maybe he pull out like Batman. You give him enough planning, he can beat anybody.
Absolutely. The money is behind PBC and respecting Keith to pass the torch since he launched PBC on CBS about 10 years ago. I like that pugilism. I definitely like that. And then I broke it down earlier. This will be the first potential Hall of Famer on Fondora's resume. So this is a good, like you're saying, this is gonna be a good passing of the torch fight. If he
Definitely
can
first ballot. Definitely. Well, in boxing, boxing is it's a little like there's guys in there that shouldn't be in there. But they may say Tim Tszyu, Lubin may slide in on, but first ballot.
Tim Tszyu ain't no damn fucking Hall of Famer. He's an Australian Hall of Famer. He ain't no damn Hall of Famer.
Bro, when they start, man, listen, we're not the judges though, man. It's these old dusty people. I'm gonna just leave it at that. That be making, you know what I'm saying?
Nah,
And they,
but it's I feel
they
like when
start looking at it, they like, well, he did this, and what's the call didn't even do that. He never even did that, and he's in the hall. And they start using.
oh Lord.
But yeah, Keith Thurman
I
is definitely the first ballot Hall of Famer.
I just don't know if we would call Lubin a Hall of Famer either too. And even to tell you the truth, besides the kind of early on things that he did, he hasn't really like he won a world title. That's one. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, has he really like done enough? And he's already 10 years in. So you kind of got to be like, oh, is he really a Hall of Famer? So yeah, you would kind of be like more to the direction of, yeah, this is probably Fundora's first Hall of Famer.
Yeah, it
But I'm
is.
going right now. I
I think
definitely
it
say
is.
first ballot. I definitely say first ballot.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
with
Because
you.
even as much as Lubin has done, right? Just won a world title a year or two ago to lose it. Then you just you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's weird because it's it's a weird conversation to have with like him and especially like Tim Zoo because Tim Zoo as much as he won the title and stuff like that, he didn't really fight nobody like crazy. Like he fought Goucher, which is a good win. I'm not saying it's not a good win. It's a very good win, but it's just like
He's got the Tony Harrison win, even though
and he got the Tony Harrison when you're right.
you know what
But
I'm
it's like
saying.
besides that, it's like all right, well, how do we qualify this? Because it's like if that's the case, we're gonna let anybody in.
They're gonna go off of the name. Did he come like is he like not like is he better than his dad, but is he anything like his dad? You know what I'm saying? It's like
Let me say this real quick.
this crap.
They're gonna do it. This is what they're gonna do with Tim. So of course he got the name, so that's probably already solidified him. But but what they'll do is they'll say, can we tell the story of the era without Tim Zoo? Now it's not, it's really just based like he has like this allure, right? Smoke, where he's somebody that we know he didn't duck no smoke. You know what I'm saying?
That's another thing too. They're gonna
So
get that.
people, yeah. So when you have that type, when you that type of warrior, and like we understand limitations, right? Not being the best in the weight class, things are like that. Like he's not a Boots Sanders, he's not a
No,
Tank Davis, right?
no.
He's just like a guy that's really strong, and then he'll fight anybody. So man, listen, and then writers and
Yeah,
cat people love that. They gonna
knowledge
eat that
potential.
stuff
That's
all
what
up.
it is. Did he
Come on
Nah,
now.
but when we talk about Fundora though, there's one thing for certain, two things for sure. He don't avoid smoke. You know what I'm saying? So like people that he needs to fight, he'll eventually fight them. I think eventually he will fight Boots or Virgil, whichever the two.
Having the wrong team too want to do that because I felt like Fundora wanted to fight Bud, but his team was like, hell no, to the no.
Yeah, but then you kind of gotta think about it though, like the momentum that he just got. You know what I'm saying from the tip, because at the time he just came off the first Susan win, right?
Knocked
You
out.
gotta
Yeah,
kind
he got knocked
yeah.
out. I mean,
He got knocked out. He got knocked out, and then he just came and then he came back and got Tim Zoo win, which was a big one because remember at the time Tim Zoo was next up
He was
because
the
Charlo
boogeyman.
decided to move. Yeah,
He was the
he decided to
boogeyman.
move.
One, let's not forget. Like, but give him context in the chat. And he was the boogeyman.
Everything's there. I counted the box going on. All right, just leave it over there.
He was the boogeyman for a year.
Yeah, no, but you gotta always remember that he was the boogeyman, and on top of that, you know what I'm saying, he beat the guy that was supposed to be the guy that was nice. You know what I'm saying? So, unequivocally, yeah, he did what he needed to do, and he fought a lot of dudes.
You talking about Tim Zoo or Fundora?
Fundora.
Fundora, yeah, but remember, yeah, like you said, he did because remember Tim Zoo was the boogeyman. Charlo didn't want to fight him. None of these guys want to fight him. And then I'll be real with you. The fight with Fundora with the cut could have went either way. I'm not gonna let the first one could have went either way. I felt like he may have had some little thoughts about that, but when he got knocked out by Bachram so easily and so quick, I think he was shell shocked after that. I'll be truly honest with you.
Yeah, that was he wasn't I don't think he was ready for that. He wasn't expecting to get his head knocked off like he did versus Bakram.
And I feel like that's why he quit against Fundora. Because he wasn't himself.
But not I don't know. I mean, I can agree with you, not himself, Smoke, but he was defeated. Because what was he going to do? He was hitting Fundora with everything he had, and Fundora wasn't going anywhere.
That's what I'm saying.
So yeah.
If a fighter gets that thought in his head, and boxing is 90% mental, it's over. Because now it's like he could be bluffing. He like we got great poker players, and you might catch him at one time. Because here we go, B3. Usyk was hitting Fury with some shots, and Fury was like laughing at him and doing it. But when he caught him with that left that he didn't see, and had him stumbling around all four corners of the ring, it's the shot you don't see, man. My OG always tells me that the best punch in boxing is the one you don't see. So you gotta set a trap. If you hitting him with everything you got and it's not, he prepared for it, you gotta set a trap that way he don't see this overhand left or this uppercut or this cross or this body shot. You gotta set that trap.
Most definitely. Let me see how much juice
If
I
that's
got.
the case, Bud would have got discouraged when he was fighting Benavidez, Jose, because Jose didn't look like he was hurt at all until he got dropped. But like you said, he was defeated. Already lost in his mind. Game was over. That's how I felt when it come to the zoo. But Fundora, he's been down before. He's been down twice. One time he didn't get up. Thurman's been down. He got back up. But Thurman's pushing 36, man. Like,
Okay, cool. Let me do this. Smoke. Let me pull up this card real quick. Just to see where we at. And we'll go from there. So we're gonna pull up the PBC Amazon card. It's a lot of cards on this weekend. I gotta see everybody else that's fighting.
Well, why you putting that up, right? Because I need to ask you, how do you feel about Lester being the first Guatemalan to get any kind of belt, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, appreciate you, Smoke. Shout out to Lester Martinez, man. I watched most of the fight, man. Aline put on a great performance as well, was sturdy and durable. Lester, man, the response he got, beautiful, man.
Where was they
And
fighting at, bro?
they was fighting in Cali.
And where does he reside at? In Cali?
Well, he's out of the B&B gym, so maybe Cali, maybe California, because that's where Pro Box always takes him back to. Let me look it up real quick, Smoke, to see where they got him listed.
I think two things happened this weekend with him. He got the hometown jitters out, fighting in front of the hometown. It's such a big fight, and winning that belt. I think he got both of them out the way. So now, because I felt like he did too much in round 8 and 9, the end of 10, and all of 11. Like
Let me say this.
And
that may just be the contingency, but he's listed where his supporters are, but he's listed as his residence is still in Guatemala.
Okay.
So they haven't updated him to being, Colorado or Omaha or anything like that. So
yeah. He it seemed like they showed up for him. And if you in Cali, bro, it's gonna be about, you got about, man, a population of maybe a couple 100,000 of Guatemalans in Cali.
Man, them people were so happy to see him win. It ain't make no sense.
Every time he landed a punch, they was like, "Hey!" I was like, "Yeah." But that can turn against you. I felt like he tried to do much in 8 and 9, and that ended up, you know what I'm saying? He looked bad in the end of 10 and 11, but in the 12th round, he had his spring back. So, is what it is.
Now he's nice. He can fight. You know what though? I was just saying it the other day. Adames, bro, he got so much better. It's so crazy.
Oh, I mean,
but it's Silas, man. He's got these dudes really working, and that's what
bro.
Adames said before the fight. He was like, "Man, it's no way you're gonna be able to do 12 rounds and keep up with me."
Yeah,
Like it's no way because
he's scary. I seen it. I didn't think, like, I'm gonna be real with you. Ammo impressed me because I thought he was gonna get knocked out, but Ammo actually came to win. I didn't think he had much of a chance. Actually, I thought he had no chance, but he actually came to win, and he didn't rest on the stool or anything. He fought to the end, and he proved that
To me, he just fought the wrong style. Like you can't.
it wouldn't have mattered. It
I,
wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered what style he fought.
nah,
He said,
I think you
"Look,
look
Nah,
at it.
it wouldn't matter if he got his head off the line though.
Yeah, and if he was on his back foot a little bit more instead of trying to be like the front foot fighter, like I think because his ability, he can box. If somebody was like trying to say that he's like Errol Spence, and I'm like, nah, he's not
no,
really
he's
Errol
not.
Spence.
No, he's not.
He's
How much
more
can
like
he
the
do
bigger
anyway?
Charlo.
Hey, Juan, come on, man. I'm giving the Latinos. I'm telling you, homie ain't have enough ammunition for his gun to beat.
Nah, you kind of got to look at it because like he can box, he can box. He doesn't have like the IQ. You know what I'm saying? Like his IQ is really like,
That's
all
what
right,
I'm
I'm gonna come
saying.
forward. He's like, I'm gonna come forward instead of, all right, look, listen, I'm gonna let you play the back because there's a lot of times too where Adamas caught him in the between shots, but he came back and caught him. So when you doing that, you know what I'm saying, you got to realize, oh, I could be the counter puncher to this. Because if you're the counter puncher, there's no reason why Adamas is not gonna come forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he's champion, but he's gonna have to come forward and get you out of it because he's talking with a smack, you know, in between the fight and stuff like that. He's like, yo, listen, I'm gonna get him out of it. And again, granted, he put on a valiant performance, but it's like you gotta be smarter, not do fight a man's fight that you're gonna fight. Because that's the fight he wants to fight. Is that I'm standing in front of you and you're gonna trade shots and we're gonna trade shots to get it. Adamas gonna win that every single time.
You can't. I'll be
Let
real with
me
you, bro. He don't have enough amateur fights to have that. Like Adamas got over 100 amateur fights. He got like less than 50 or something
That
like
was
that.
come on, Smoke. We already knew that was a mismatch, but Ammo, he's a I think he's like a championship level boxer or like a contender level boxer.
Yeah,
So I
he's
feel
a
like
dog. He's a dog.
but he was going up against a proven champion.
Yeah.
Somebody that's kind of been around. Um, Let me bring in Free, man. Appreciate you pulling up, Free. Hey, listen, y'all, members of the channel over here. I appreciate all the support. Put some color in the chat if you can. Help the channel grow. Bless the channel, man. We building. I'm thankful. Hey, Free, man. Let me kick Free off like this because we done went back to this past weekend. Free, talk to us about what was your thoughts on Emma Williams versus Carlos Adames, and then also if you can speak about Lester. If you got a chance to see Lester Martinez, him becoming Guatemalan's first technically anybody to win a championship. He's an interim champion. This interim champion stuff is crazy. Let me ask y'all this before you go, Free. Did Lubin win an IBF interim? Didn't he win an IBF interim versus Andre? Okay, so Lubin was a world champion, and so I call Lubin a world champion. Since everybody that's an interim world champion, I'm a shout out to Lubin.
So,
Nah,
man,
just like go ahead, and cook Free when you can. What was your thoughts on the weekend?
No, I mean it pretty much went how I expected to go. The only difference was Ammo didn't get stopped. I thought Ammo would get stopped. I said Ammo would get knocked out um within the first 10 rounds, and he proved that he came to fight. He wasn't laying down for Carlos Adonis. But far as Lester,
hold on, wait, Free. No, before you go to Lester, do you think that Ammo could have fought any other way, any other style he would have fought that he had a chance to win that fight?
I no, I mean
Okay,
it's
that's it.
no
That's
other
it, bro.
style that there's no other style that he could have fought because um if he got outboxed by Carlos Adonis. If he tried to fight on the inside, Carlos Adonis was a better inside fighter. So there is no other way that he could have possibly fought to beat Carlos Adonis. Carlos Adonis is just a better fighter than Ammo Williams. And I knew that going into the fight. I didn't give Ammo any shot of winning that fight unless maybe he might have caught Carlos Adonis with a shot that he didn't see. I didn't give him a shot to win that fight. Um, but going real quick before I go into Lester, I heard y'all talking about Laura. Um, I don't think Carlos Adonis win that fight. I seen a couple of times when they did have a firefight. Carlos Adonis got rocked a couple of times in that fight by Ammo. And I think Laura is a much smarter fighter than both those guys, in my opinion. And I think Laura will be able to land a big shot to hurt Carlos Adonis and possibly put him down. I don't think Carlos Adonis beat Laura. I think Laura is the best 160-pound fighter, even at the age of 41. I think he's still the best 140-pound fighter. But Lester, he still got a long way to go. He did good Saturday. He was in there with a gamed opponent, and it was a back and forth match. Lester won the fight comfortably, but I think fighting the top level guys, he goes up there and he fight Chris Mabili. I think Chris Mabili beats him up. It was moments in that fight when I went back and looked at it, because I didn't watch it live because I was watching the Ammo fight. But when I went back and looked at it, it was moments in that fight that Lester left himself open. His opponent wasn't that level of fighter to be able to see the openings there. But I think a guy like Chris Mabili, who's going to be putting constant pressure on Lester Martinez.
Do you think he wins the rematch? You think he wins the rematch?
You said what?
Let me just say this real quick, Free. He wants you to know if you who you got in Lester and Billy rematch. But
Yeah,
I did
he got a
post a
draw in the
poll.
first fight.
I did post a post. Can somebody it may be in the chat. It's the first time I'm seeing this stream.
Bro,
Y'all
that
open
shit
it up for me.
bounced around. I couldn't even catch it. It was.
Oh, you can touch it on the screen? Hold on, let me show it.
It
Hold
was
on, my
bounced.
bad.
Yeah. It's right
Hold
here.
on, you can do it.
Let me see. Will Carlos Adames beat Best Lara at 160? On stream, y'all, I can see it, but it won't let me do nothing. I see
want
it
to
on the
know if it's in
screen,
the chat.
but I didn't see it in the chat when I jumped over in the chat.
Okay, so it's not in the chat. Okay.
No, I don't see it in the chat.
Yeah, I think Carlos.
Now they already fought. They already fought. Free. I don't know if you remember. They already fought. It was a draw.
I remember that. That's what I said. I think Chris Mabili beats him up if he fights Chris Mabili for the title, because he's the interim title holder. Chris Mabili has the actual title. I think Chris Mabili beats him up.
So you got Mabili beating Canelo because he's supposed to get the winner of that fight.
Yeah, I got Chris Mabili beating Lester.
I said you got Mabili beating Canelo.
Who?
Mabili is supposed to be getting the Canelo fight when he come back.
I mean, man, that fight is not happening. That fight is not happening. Yeah, y'all hold your breath for that fight if y'all want to. I mean, I make sure everybody know how good of a gentleman y'all was at the funeral. Y'all hold your
Free,
breath.
he's got to fight somebody. Free. There's
He
nobody to
ain't
duck.
He ain't got to fight nobody. That man can go ahead and retire.
He said he's coming back. That's what I'm saying. He said he's coming back.
Smoke, we not gonna do that.
At the top. There's no easy fight at the top for him.
We not gonna do that, Smoke. I already told you who Canelo fighting.
Who?
He ain't fighting no Chris Mabili.
You said
Free, we know that. You forgot that quick? It was because you laughed so quick when I said it that you forgot.
Well, you say who was you say he was gonna fight, man? Because somebody else told me he was gonna fight.
He fighting that other dude, the other
he fight no Free, don't even do that. I'm gonna be honest. He's fighting Chris Eubank Jr. Watch.
No, that fight did happen.
Oh yeah. You
But
did
I
say
think he might end up fighting that other Latino. What was the guy's name?
Resendez?
Yeah, no, not Resendez. The other guy.
Shiraz.
I mean that could happen too, because that's Turkey's guy, and Canelo's under contract with Turkey.
Yeah, so he'll pay up, but he'll pay him $100 million to fight Shiraz, you know.
I'm telling you, like that, bro. There's nowhere to go for him at 68, and it's just easy pickings right now.
But if he got 2 more fights under agreement, hold on. Did Turkey say he had a new deal with Canelo Free? I feel like he said he had a new deal.
I didn't hear. I didn't hear what Turkey got going on, because I know Turkey ain't got nothing but a couple more fights before he be out of quote unquote the sport of boxing. He'll be still done with Zuko, but he'll be out of the.
But see, Free. But here's the thing.
You Free talking about Iglesias?
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is.
That's what I'm saying, bro. He has
punching.
See what I'm saying is if like you can't do a Like I ain't say you can't, but it's gonna look real crazy if Iglesias is not getting the IBF shot at the belt with anybody.
Nah,
And
he's already fighting for the interim. Let me see if it's already scheduled.
why are you fighting for the interim and it's
My
vacant? Why
bad.
he not fighting for
My
the
bad.
belt?
My bad for the vacant. Yeah, for the
Yeah, he
vacant.
got to fight for the.
Well,
So then,
when is
if
he?
he don't go there,
When is he fighting that? When is he fighting that fight?
it's on the card coming up. I think I just saw it as well.
That's why I said Canelo's probably going to end up fighting that guy for Cinco de Mayo. I mean, for Mexican independence.
All right, let me say this, and then it'll be a rehydration clause on him with the IBF. So we got to see how he look. He's fighting Pavel Seguin
Mm-hmm.
on April 9th in Montreal, Canada. So we'll get that fight in a couple weeks.
That's number 1 and
Let me
number
see if they got
7.
any TV on
Yeah,
it.
And
that's
if
number
he wins
one.
Let me
that
see if they
Oh,
fight,
got any
I'm
TV.
he'll fight
gonna say
Canelo
this
in September.
on the other side, on the backhand. The only way I see Canelo avoiding Shiraz is if he gives Pacheco a shot and they go for the WBO belt. But
Man, that
outside
man,
of that, you got to see Shiraz.
no, Pacheco ain't getting no shot at nothing.
So then he's got to see Shiraz at WBO. He's got
He
to
in
see.
position though, free. They got. I mean, Eddie not gonna just. Eddie made invested a lot in him.
No, that man just pulled out a daggone
Of the
title fight.
Shiraz fight.
I mean, he pulled out of the C-Ross fight, but he pulled out of another fight too, prior to the C-Ross fight.
So then Canelo
Or after the
has no
C-Ross fight. It
easy
was one of
walk
the
with
two. It was
it,
either
bro.
prior
That's what
or
I'm
after.
saying.
He pulled out 2 fights back to back.
All I'm saying is if Canelo
Hmm.
don't retire, there's no cakewalk to get back to the top. Like you're right here, but you're either gonna fight Shiraz, Billy, Lester, Resendez, or Iglesias. That's
He
who you're
gonna,
gonna fight. Those are the
nine
guys
times
at the top that you got to fight.
9 times out of 10 it's gonna be Iglesias.
That's a
It's gonna
big
be
boy.
Yeah, I
it's gonna be
mean,
Iglesias
That's a big boy.
in September.
That's a big
that'll
boy.
be a statement though, because Iglesias is a puncher from Cuba, and
That's a big boy.
people, and he's deemed very dangerous. So yeah, that
Yes.
would be a good. That'll
Yep.
be like a exciting fight for Canelo. People would think that Iglesias would possibly stop Canelo.
Yeah.
Shout out to my brother AB pulling up. Appreciate you pulling AB. He said, "Man, I was at the card this weekend in Orlando. That ish was decent. Not gonna lie. Yeah, with ammo and your guy Carlos Adames. Shout out to Matchroom. Yeah, at the Caribbean Royale Casino, man. They got a nice setup down there. So shout out, man. Listen, they do got a lot of box lab events down there at the Caribbean Royale. So I know you enjoyed yourself, and they got some beautiful women out there, AB. So I know you enjoyed yourself for sure. Now, let me ask you this, right? Um, Let me talk to me free real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So who are you looking at, King? What's your top 3 to 4 guys at 168 based on what you've seen? How would you rank those guys right now?
I got Carlos Adonis. Not
That's
Carlos
160.
Adonis. I got
Yeah.
Shiraz. I
Okay.
got Shiraz. I got Chris Mavili, and I got Iglesias.
Lacey, yeah. Mm-hmm. I can see that. Smoke, talk to me. Who's your top 3 or 4 at 168?
Man, shit. My bad. That ain't man. That's blah 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 blah. Shiraz, Iglesias, Christian and Billy. And yo, to be truthfully honest, man, I don't even want to say it. I should have said his name first. The way he put a whooping on my boy Caleb Plant, and he completely I was like, damn, bro, Caleb, I don't even know you should be still fighting like that. The way this boy was Resendez. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Resendez, the way he beat up on, yeah.
Yeah, man, he
Yeah,
beat
he
up
got
on
a
my
big
boy
win.
Caleb Plant something bad. Like it started getting ugly for Caleb. I was
Yeah.
like, yo, he whooping on you like David was.
Yeah,
And to
AB
me,
said Amari Jones a problem. I agree.
I don't know. I never seen this. I never seen him in person. But me personally, I've been saying that I think Caleb Plant should go to 160. some of them dudes up there, man,
Absolutely.
the gas tank he got when he run out, them dudes is punching on him, man, and it shows. You know what I'm saying? You white, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna age that well like that. Not all y'all white boys age well like a lot of like all y'all ain't gonna be Brad Pitt. I pass the mic.
Hey man, on that note, y'all tap the like button, follow the channel, help the channel grow. Listen, everybody on the panel is a member. They support the channel. Support the channel, help us grow. Join the membership, put some color in the chat, help us build, man. This is grassroots. It's gonna be a time and a place where I ain't gotta say this. Right now, we gotta do it. We gotta do it. We gotta work. So I appreciate y'all. Hey, let's keep building. Now let me pull back. Let me pull this card back up. I'm about to step back inside. I'm gonna pull this card up real quick so we
Yeah, I've
can.
been waiting on you to pull the card up. You know what I'm saying? And to y'all in the chat, listen, maybe he does overtrain, but all his career, he needs to figure that out. Coach said he's too big. Cool. Then it's something he's not doing that he gasses out every time. And that's when top level fighters pick their damn poison on him. Word. If he overtrains, then the coach said, man, we didn't well then listen, maybe you should just make weight, bro, and then just be like cool. Like, I don't know. But it's the same thing every time when we start seeing him gas. Maybe he throw too many punches in the early, or he waste punches just to get, he may waste 3 to get the land, you know what I'm saying, 1 or 2. He'll throw 5 to land 2. You can't do that so much in the early part of the fight. Like, you know what I'm saying, don't tell me about the guy that I watch all the time. I've been watching since before he knocked out Uzgatson. Word. I thought he was great for that fight.
Let me see here. I'm definitely with you on that. Hey, salute to Coach Eddie pulling up. I see AC in the chat.
Gassing before that, coach, and you know it. He was gassing before that. He just wasn't having top level fighters. And you know it, coach. He was gassing before that. He would gas against bums. And they really ain't bums, but you know what I'm saying.
No, absolutely. Now let me run through the card real quick. Yeah, Carlos Adames was extremely crafty. That's a fact, AB. All right, so you already know it's going to be, I think it's only going to be 3 on the prelim and then 4 on the main card. On the main card, well, let's start with the prelim, right? Were they doing?
We talking about the Fundora fight?
Yep, the Fundora fight card. Sebastian Fundora fight card, yep.
I see 6 fights. But I'm looking on boxing scene. That's just one. I ain't running to nothing crazy.
All right, break them. See the one. Tell me the ones you see.
What's his name? Capo Gallegos versus Juan Gonzalez. Elijah Garcia versus Kevin Newman. And then Jurgen or
Okay, so they only doing 2 fights now. They only gonna do because you know how PBC they don't care. They want good quality boxing on display, right? So they're rarely gonna show you a bad fight. So if you thinking that you're gonna see a 6-round guy or 8-round guy on the PBC Amazon Prime, unfortunately you gotta have to be in the arena to see those guys. They only putting
what's his name?
We've been dealing with this for years, right, Smoke?
Yeah. You're gonna have to if you want you gonna have if you're not gonna be there, you're gonna have to pay for the and watch the YouTube channel when it's live and then switch over. That's just what it is.
Amazon Prime is going to show the 4 fights that Smoke is about to name. That's it. The YouTube portion, I believe Amazon is going to be on Prime. So the pay-per-view is only going to show the 4 main fights. You have to purchase the pay-per-view to watch the 4 main.
That's going to be the Jurgen. Bro, this dude name is crazy. I ain't he fight.
I think it's Gergen.
But his last name is crazy. I'm not gonna butcher it. Cesar Navarro, Yaneli Hernandez versus Terrell Gusha. What? I don't know, Gasha or Gusha.
Terrell
Then you
Boucher,
got
yeah.
Goucher. Then you got
Hmm.
Unanis. You got Jonas Telez versus Brian Mendoza.
Hmm.
That's a comeback fight from you losing and messing up the bag.
And then you got the main event.
You know what I'm saying? So you got
Now, this is what I saw. I saw the PBC. They're gonna do 3 fights. They calling it first on Prime. And I once I get it, I'm on the list. I can pull all this stuff up, right? But essentially, hold on, let me show you. Essentially, this is the card, right? So you see, that's Kevin Newman and Elijah Garcia. But then they have 3 fights showing, right? Hold on. They have 3 fights showing. So I ain't want to click into it because of that sound, but I turned it down. But so these are the 3 fights that we're gonna see on the undercard. On the prelims, they calling it first on Prime. This is gonna be lit. Now we got a Devin Haney promotions fighter, Kevin Newman, versus a PBC darling, Elijah Garcia. Now when he stopped Emil Carr Vidal, Elijah Garcia, that was lit. That was lit. I mean, it didn't really get no better than that. So they're gonna do Capos Gallegos versus Julian Gonzalez, Brian Gonzalez versus Brandon Guerrero, and then Elijah Garcia versus Kevin Newman. Those are gonna be the 3 fights. If a fight fell out, you know that fights always can fall out. But they posted this graphic. Let me see how many days ago was this. That was like 4 days ago. So we should be in a good position.
I think it's gonna be a good fight card. I don't know if somebody getting knocked out on that damn card.
Yeah, my apologies. They posted this a little longer than that. This was like 3 weeks ago. Okay, my bad. 2 weeks ago, March 13th. Okay, cool. I like how they did this. Shout out to PBC. I like how they put this card together. Now I'm gonna be honest with you, Smoke. I was thinking this morning, and I was like, man, I'm gonna have to buy this pay-per-view. So shout out to everybody that's supporting and helping us grow because now and just to watch the fights, I might have to well, we working, Smoke. So we beat 3SPN. We got to make sure everything is on the up and up, right?
You're gonna have to
You know
start
what I'm
calling.
saying?
You got to start calling the fight sometime, man. You just
Yeah,
can't
we're gonna have
watch
to
it.
call. Right, we're gonna have to get a bang for our buck.
You got to call the
And
fight, man. Word.
it's gonna be a nice card too. Yeah, okay. You illuminating what I got to do with my sunroom back here, Smoke. I am gonna have to get like a monitor or a TV in here.
Yeah.
So you were okay.
You got
Yeah,
it's.
because I
You
can't.
gotta
Because you
have two,
can't.
man.
You gotta watch You know what I'm saying.
Yep.
Your setup got to be right so you can watch and you can commentate.
Free
I'm
no.
with you.
Why you think when free be calling football games and shit like that? Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Word. You just gotta
yeah,
you gotta have time, and you can't nobody be bothering you. But it's like we got kids that like as soon as you jump on, here they come. They wasn't bothering you at all when you were just sitting there. But as soon as you start
I'm
doing
gonna
something,
I'm
they
gonna be
need that.
honest with you. Those fights ain't exciting enough for me to pay $75.
I know, free. It's
Outside
really just the
outside of
main
the main
event.
outside of the main event, those other fights ain't exciting enough for me to pay $75. I just go ahead and be watching Moses Atana.
Until about 6 free. That's gonna be over at 6.
Hey, then I'll be at Dave and Buster's seeing if they show the fight. If they show that Dave and Buster's, then that's where
Yeah.
I be.
Now we talking. Now
Buffalo
we
Wild
talking.
Wings or some shit.
Or or,
We gonna
or, or
have.
Buffalo Wild Wings, one of the two.
Word up. Word up.
That's a good point. And let me say this: they did just they approved a new casino in Petersburg, Virginia. So I haven't been down there to check it out yet. I think they actually have built it. They said. So I'm gonna see if they showing the fight. But you know, most of the casinos show the fight. I know you can always go to live and watch the fight, but that's a little far for you. But
Yeah,
MGM is a little bit more difficult. I don't know where I will watch it at MGM. When I say MGM, you know what I'm talking about, free. The
yeah.
at the
I mean,
National Harbor.
the Grand, they got a nice little right there inside of the casino. They got like a nice little bar area where they have a big screen and you can sit there. And they got the little seats where people be betting on like baseball games and things like that, horse races. They got a little seating area where you can sit down and watch the games and the fights. So they got a nice little seating area inside the Grand.
Hey, look, Rivers with the. Hey,
It's the
look,
one you talking about. It's upstairs, free.
Yeah, upstairs in
Like,
the main casino area.
hey, look, hey, yo,
uh,
Pug with the save. He said Rivers shows the fights.
Yeah,
Rivers, P
right
Town, the
with
closest
a
to Petersburg, probably. Yeah, Rivers. Yeah, Rivers. I don't know if they gonna meet. They do got a nice setup. Pugilism. So yeah, Rivers will probably be showing the fight. PBC too. This ain't no. This is PBC on Prime. So people are always invested in these events. So yeah, I'm with you on that. Rivers will probably show it, but Petersburg actually has their own casino that just got approved.
no, no,
Richmond got approved for one, but Petersburg did as well.
the Benavidez and Zordo fight is not on PBC. It's on Prime.
Yeah,
Well, that's what they
I mean, I,
mean.
mean, I said PBC. It's not on the Zone. It's on Prime. It's not on the Zone. It's on
yeah, I
Prime.
miss I miss that pugilism. Yeah, yeah, it is. Yep.
Now,
Everybody been going back and forth about that. It was a whole bunch of miscommunication about that free because I even heard Ness say it, so they was kind of
yeah,
confused on it.
yeah, all the flyers I seen though, I saw Prime. I didn't see the Zone on there, so that's why I said it's on Prime because that's every flyer that I seen. It said Prime. I didn't see the Zone on there.
It's
I double
probably
matter of fact, let me double check right now because I didn't see it, but I
it's
double check
probably
right now.
it's
And
probably
let me just say this.
it's
Let me
probably
just say this though. And shout out to T Mac pulling up. Smoke, you can hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can.
Now, now look how much money it is in Cinco de Mayo, right? In Vegas.
Yeah,
That David lit, and I was wondering, I was like, dang, I was like, David, he just dropped his respectfully, he dropped his nuts and gonna say that to the world that he fighting Zerto. Like, what? Zerto ain't in the ring or nothing. I was like, what? He got the audacity? Like on Cinco de Mayo? Canelo not fighting on Cinco de Mayo, right? So that opened up the
Yeah, it's on.
opportunity. And they literally, I think they're paying, I don't
Yep.
know the exact number, but they said Zerto was getting a huge payday for this.
Yeah,
So
it's been shown on Amazon Prime. I just looked it up. It's been shown on Amazon Prime.
what's a huge payday? Like what's a huge payday like give me a range what you talking about?
10 million.
Well, yeah, I've been said that both of them belts was 5 million a piece. What the fuck? My fault. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But
I'm
see, but
sorry.
see, but see, you willing to put that up when you got
I
one, you got
mean,
the Mexican monster, and you gonna have Oscar De La Hoya. So at the end of the day, I mean, people gonna pull up. You got two Mexicans going at it, so it's a lot of money in
allegedly,
Mexican boxing, man. And the
Brandon,
city of Vegas is going crazy.
That
allegedly
tells
or
you.
apparently. Well, go ahead, Free. My fault. Go ahead, Free.
No, I'm gonna say that tells you who's the bigger star because Zordo wanted 12 million to fight Jao Obertai, and Turkey wouldn't put that money up. He said, "Hell no, I'm not giving you 12 million to fight Jao Obertai."
So
Right.
so when it popped back around, it was like, all right, cool, 5 million, 6 million a piece for each belt. And PBC was willing, and I guess they was like, all right, yeah, cool. We feel like David gonna get that. See,
So
Carrie,
Kerry,
that's what I'm saying. See
go
that
ahead, cook on it, smoke.
B3. See what I be saying?
No, but here's the thing. Nah, I know what you be saying, but here's the
That's
thing.
why
He's
I'm
with
not getting
us.
him back. They can't have him back. Remember, I told you they can't have him back because every now and then, look, David not Mexican, so cool. You can't have him back. Cool.
But and Kerry got a good point. So that's why you still need the combination Mexican American with the Mexican.
Nah,
So I guess you really have to make that distinction for people because that's what it is. People, man,
I'm not.
anything to divide us, yo. Nasty
And
work.
Giving him back. Can't have him. He had to cook out.
They just be doing too much. And in general, much like you gotta kind of think about it. Because even when they did it with Oscar and Cesar Chavez back in the day, they were like,
That's
"Oh,
why
well,
I'm not
Oscar not
giving
a real
him
man."
back. That's why I'm not giving him back. Oh, look at that. That's good, Free. That's why I'm not giving him back, Warren. Because I watched this with Oscar. Because Oscar ain't nothing but a Anyway, so now that no, you can't have David now. Some of them do, most of them don't. So I'm not giving them back. And I'm saying on every platform from East Coast to West Coast to around the world, you can't have him back. No, he's at the cookout. Just like you at the cookout, Warren, you know that. We don't give y'all back, man. Once we no. You know
He said,
that, Warren, you know that. Once you at the cookout, nah, it's no, you know what I'm saying? No.
Once you go black, can't go back.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
you know what I'm saying? So don't be don't be trying to be
Nah,
like
I just feel like a lot of people just don't give him because they're not gonna give him credit. They're not gonna give him credit for beating Zurdo. They're not gonna give him credit if he beats Bivol. Like they're not gonna give him credit. They're never really gonna give him credit for anything. To tell you the truth, they be just talking.
people be think I'm tripping because I'm saying I'm not giving them back like your pop, you gotta give them back. No.
You know what's funny though? Then I was just thinking
Yeah,
about like envy and jealousy is nasty, man.
yeah, I could fact.
And guess what? And it's funny, I just got a little story, like, but y'all know this, like, I don't want to go into it. I ain't gonna go into it. But yeah, man, that's separation because I ain't gonna cook on it too much. Appreciate you pulling up, T Mac, everybody in the building. Hey, we definitely building. We definitely working. My brother Juan Claudio at work. Juan, are you buying this pay-per-view?
Man, I haven't bought a pay-per-view in so long. You think I'm gonna buy this shit? Get out of here, nigga.
Hey, listen, I'll be real with you. I'll give you the realest thing.
Well, Yo-Yo's on this, man. Yo-Yo versus Terrell Boucher.
In a household, right, where we share a lot of things, right? But listen, if she don't know who on that card, she's like, why are we spending money on this? Now you got to sit there and go back and forth. It's either you gonna pay for it, or now it's like, hold on.
I'm not paying for this shit. You know why I'm not paying for this?
You know what I'm saying? Like I do
You know why I'm not paying for this? Because this is not $70.
Stream
If it was 25, you would pay.
Definitely.
If it was 50, I would pay. It's not 75. It's crazy. 75 is crazy.
Okay, even 50. Okay, that makes sense. Because it's really Yo-Yo, they ain't build up Yo-Yo. They still gotta build Yo-Yo up.
Come on, bro. StreamYard not cheap, bro. You forget sometimes. Oh yeah, they did snatch that, whatever.
Yeah, it ain't.
You know what I'm saying? You got to sit here and run it up. All right, cool. You got it. Like that's when you got to sit there and be like, all right, cool. Whatever I make off the show, because the show everybody believe. Boom. Now I'm gonna do the fight card. I'm gonna give you play by play. You know what I'm saying?
It's.
I did a fight card one time. I had like 100 subs. I had like 600 views on that joint, like just because people coming by and seeing it. Like I was at the fight and I had wifey just you know what I'm saying, be here and like while I was at the fight on the phone.
Yeah, I have an app. I have an app. Smoke, if you ever need it, just contact B3. You know I got you. But yeah, I have an app, so I just use that. But I'm not really paying for anything anymore. I think the only thing I'm really paying for now is because I did the DAZN thing. That's why.
Hey, Juan, listen.
Everybody did it. Juan, I didn't know you did that.
Juan,
I did that one.
Hey, Juan, I am ghetto fabulous.
No, that's a fact.
That's a
fact. I'm not even mad at you. I'm not even mad at you.
I probably got the same, but you know what? I'm gonna hit you again because it's always good to collab. But yeah, listen, man.
Who calling this fight? Sebastian versus Fundora. Hopefully, BVO and hopefully he had Dub on.
They're calling it.
Yeah, okay. BVO and Dub will call it. Yeah.
I think my cousin's going over there.
B3, you gotta.
You going to Vegas?
Yeah, he going to Vegas. I think.
I ain't got the setup right. Smoke. I gotta take my time with it. Once I can call it the way you like you said, I still got some groundwork, a lot of groundwork to lay. That's why I really need I appreciate all the support and I need it to grow.
Yeah,
I'm over here thinking like everybody like, well, we giving away, but at the end of the way, I want to build. So the more members we get, I
that's
want to
it.
give away more. But
The only thing I feel like though to the PV like the thing with the pay per view boxing thing, I feel like this shit low key kind of dying. I don't mean to curse V3, but it's kind of low key dying because it's like now you got the super thing going on, and you know what I'm saying they're gonna pretty much put on pretty good cards. It's just you looking at it like most of the big cards now they're all going to be on Netflix or they're going to be on something else. You know what I'm saying? And then even if you think about it in reality, if you really think about it, right? If you hope you had the zone card, the zone thing, you're really not paying for a pay per view. You're just paying for the subscription. If you really just think about it, because it's what $700 a month. I mean, $700 for the year or something like that. And then if you really calculate, if you got it like that, you know what I'm saying? You're only paying $44 every month. So it's like, all right, cool. I get free fights and I get to rewatch them for free. Basically, it's not like the pay per view thing. Like the pay per view, if you buy a pay per view, you only have it for like 2-3 days.
If that.
right,
Yeah,
if
if that,
that,
if
like
that.
that, we with the PBC ones, you have it for like a day, like a night, and maybe the morning. Like it's like a, you know what I'm saying? It's like a spades hand or something. Like you might get a possible in the morning to be able to have access to it. But now a lot of times they used to do it like that, but they pretty much give you access with Prime now. Prime is doing a lot better than what Showtime used to do. Showtime used to be OD.
Nah, Showtime used to be crazy. I used to hate Showtime.
Right. And then we couldn't keep the pay-per-view. And then not only that, you're not even gonna show us all of the young fighters that we read about and you know what I'm
Yo, matter
saying?
of fact,
So
actually
like
talking
come
about
on.
Showtime, right? So this is, I think, was the last time that I actually bought like the pay per view because I bought it, right? I think it was the McGregor Mayweather thing, right?
Yeah.
So I bought it, and I had bought it because my stepdad wanted to watch it. He was like, "Oh, I want to watch it." I was like, "All right, cool, I'll buy it." So at the time, I used to pay the bill and shit. So I paid it, and I paid for it, and then we watched it that night. And I think I wanted to rewatch it. That night, the day before, the day after. I mean, I wanted to rewatch it that afternoon. I went to rewatch it, bro. That thing was gone. I was like, well, where did it go? Like, where did it go? I was like, man, that's crazy. But they used to do this crazy with Showtime.
And you got to wait 3 months to watch it again.
Yep. And I used to I wanted to watch the Davis, the Tank Davis against the guy he fought that night.
Did you Juan, who's your top at 168? Is Leicester? Where do you see Leicester in that mix?
Damn, at 68, I don't think there's a top at 68 right now. I think
Who
because
does
kind
who,
of
who's your
low.
top three?
My top three would be Shiraz and Billy. Is Shiraz and Billy, and then that third spot can be a toss up. It can be a real toss up.
You think you feel like Resendez is the real deal, or did he just kind of get one over on Caleb that night? You know.
I think Caleb wasn't really never that good. To tell you the truth, I think Caleb, yeah, he has skills, got nice skills, but he ain't like that good. Like I don't know, they overhyped him to me. So I don't know. I think obviously somebody that's pressuring him, and Canelo, broke him basically. So if you think about it, yeah, like he's good. He's a good fighter. Like if you stand and box with him, he's gonna box your head off. But if you put a little pressure and you start going to the body and stuff like that, he kind of folds. He cracks under pressure a lot. So it's like, yeah, I kind of seen it coming, but it's just like at the same time, so it's like not surprised that it happened. But no, I wouldn't put Mercedes even nowhere near that. I think Mercedes is nice. He can fight. I think Billy beats him. I think Lester beats him. I think Canelo right now beats him. So I just don't know. I don't know how much of a big thing that win was. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I'm definitely with you. Yeah, I mean, I think Iglesias. I would favor Iglesias to beat Resendez.
Yeah, I mean, like if you think about it, right? Rossini versus Lester, who you have that in the favor?
Lester.
All right, so then you have what's the other young boy from 168? Pacheco, Rossini's Pacheco. Who you got?
I
Gonna
would
be
prob-
hard.
I would say Macheco majority decision. I mean Pacheco like majority or split, something like that.
Yeah, it wouldn't be hard. I mean, I tell you the truth, I don't think even a majority would beat. I think unanimously he would beat them.
All right.
I don't think
Honestly,
he
yeah.
stopped them or nothing. I think he beat them. Even the dude that
Yeah.
fought on what's your main card, the guy that got knocked out by Gabe Rosado.
Beck the bully.
Yeah, he beat him. So
Yeah.
I don't think it's far and fetched me saying that yeah he's good. He's just not that good. What the hell is for this one?
Beck the bully gonna mess around and get a title shot here soon.
Should see.
He
Should
number
see.
7 in the WBC, number 10 in the WBO, and then he's number 1 for the WBA right now. So I'm surprised he getting that shot. I'm surprised Jaime getting that shot.
Yeah, behind me got that promoter behind him. They got the machine behind him too. So it's not that surprising either.
He not he not even listed. He not even listed right now for the WBA
That's why I'm not surprised.
in the top 15. But I guess they'll find a way to put him in there before the fight, right? They still got a month. Yeah, man. The boxing rankings is nasty work. Definite. He said how Canelo not number 1. He just all he did was lose the bud. That's a good point. We got to see who else can beat Canelo. I'm not
Yeah,
convinced.
but I mean, if you in theory, right? If you lose the belts, you're not number one. I'm guessing, right? Like you in the top five
Yeah,
if you want to be. In theory, right? If you lose all the belts and you lose to a fighter, you're not number one no more.
nah, you're not. You're not number one. I
In
mean,
theory, I'm saying in theory. I'm not saying that he's
no,
not. I'm
no,
not saying that he will
I
never
agree.
be.
I agree with
No,
you.
I'm
You're
not.
not number one.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm not even arguing with you, Free. I
That's
actually am
why.
agreeing with you, but I'm
That's why
saying with
I was
Carrier
pissed
said.
when that's why I was pissed when I saw that they didn't move Williams or Payton down after he lost to Shakur. I'm like, hold up, he lost. How is he still number one? At the minimum, you should have dropped that man down to number five. If you wasn't going to drop him too far, you should have dropped him down to number five. They just left. And I told you they already knew that Shakur was going to fight Tio because remember Shakur said he already had he had already made plans to take that fight before he fought Williams or Pater. And so that means he had already asked about going up to fight Tio. So they said, well, if Williams and Pater lose, we're not moving them because we don't believe Shakur's coming back down. We're gonna strip him of the belt. Williams and Pater can fight for that vacant belt.
Yeah, I mean like in theory, like if you lose, you're supposed to be down. Like same way that like Pacquiao was number one for some weird reason those years at welterweight, and then he lost like Marquez, and then he got dropped down to like three, I think it was. So it's
I
not
mean,
like
and see that's the reason why I don't put accolades in my pound for pound. I don't count them as much in my pound for pound. I ain't gonna say I don't put them in there. If the fighter got it, then he got them. But I don't count them as much because there's guys that don't get the opportunity that other guys get. So I don't count accolades as strongly as everybody else do. They're like, oh well, he's a two-time undefeated. Yeah, okay, he got that opportunity there to get the opportunity that they didn't give it to, or who was there to win fight for one of those belts that they didn't allow to fight for a belt. So that's why I
right.
don't count much. I mean, like I said, if the fighter got it, he got it. But I don't sit here and say, oh, based off of his accolades, I'm gonna say this guy is here. He's ranked here on the pound for pound list. Nah, I'm looking at your style of fighting.
No matter what, right? No matter what, right? No matter what we look at, right? If you look at it in down in history, right? When Tyson Fury just lost to Usyk, he was number one in the world. lineal number one, all that. You know what I'm saying? He lost, he got put down. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with uh Marco Hutt when Usyk beat him. Number one in the world, got put down because he lost. You know what I'm saying? And even lost before getting to Usyk. So it's not like, it's a far fetched thing to see it. It's just saying like if you lose, you're not number one no more.
100%. Shout out to Blue Hustle pulling up, man. Appreciate you pulling up, Blue. Yeah, if you lose, you definitely not number one no more. That's a fact. Now, and of course, we see, and this guy that moved up from 154 to beat Canelo. So we already thought that Canelo was kind of, you know, picking and choosing at 168. Well, I did. Because, I mean, the
Now, I would, and
Mungia, now I like
I wouldn't even,
Mungia, I like Berlanga as fighters,
I
but
wouldn't even say that. I wouldn't even say that. I think it's just he's at a point where he can make whatever move he wants to make. You know what I'm saying? That's like what Free said. Like he can fight whoever he want to fight.
Yeah,
You know
hey,
what I mean?
see,
He
I
can.
didn't say I count accolades. I said I don't count accolades.
Feel me? Like you kind of got to think about it like that. Like he's at a point right now that he can fight whoever he want to fight. If he want to fight that broom that's right next to me right here, he can fight that broom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
I mean,
at this,
at this point in time in Canelo's career, he don't need to fight for a title.
no,
He's
we don't.
already
He
he's
surpassed the
already
titles a long time ago. I just feel like people forget that. Like, yeah, he had them, but he had them because whatever,
he
whatever reason
already
he wanted them.
I could see him. I could see him fighting Rescindi's Mungia winner in May.
no.
Now,
I mean,
like I said before,
he
I think
can
he
fight.
gonna fight. I think he's gonna fight Berlanga again. I think somehow, some way they're gonna make that happen again.
He can fight for a title. I say he don't need to fight for a title because he didn't already did something that no other Mexican has ever done. He became undisputed, and so I mean, he ain't got to fight for a title.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Hey, salute to my brother AB pulling up, man. AB, listen,
Yo,
we listen. We doing members only panel. We doing members only panel. You a supporter of the channel. I just need to know if you're gonna lock a membership in for me. $7 a month, 32 cents a show. Let me know.
gotcha.
All right, that's a lot. You got me. All right, bet. Bet. See, that's real talk. We need real people around, people that's going to support, help the channel grow, man. Appreciate you pulling up. Uh, Cook on the AB, man. What's your thoughts? Break the Fundora versus Thurman fight.
Well, I'm from Florida, so you already know who I'm going with. But I think it's a 50-50 fight.
Mm. Just based, are you saying that just based on the experience? Because I mean, Keith is a future Hall of Famer. Do you feel like this being the toughest fight of Fondora's, will this be the toughest fight of Fondora career, the best fight he's ever fought?
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely say that. And the reason why I would say that is because for one, if Lubin, but did he fight Lubin before Charlo did or after?
It was
That was
after.
way after Charlo.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So if he hadn't gotten knocked out like that, I would have said that it would have been Lubin, but Lubin got knocked out in the first round before he had fought. Wait, yeah, before he fought Fundora. But yeah, if you talking about IQ wise, experience wise, holding the belt and just the skills alone, yeah, that's definitely his best opponent for sure, for sure.
Mm.
But it just sucked that it's not, it's not in the best timing of his career, if we being honest.
Now you watching boxing and understanding the landscape. Who was the money behind in this fight? The Keith Thurman, the Florida native, former Unified. This would be his second division, and then of course they got big fights like Errol Spence on the horizon or whoever, right? And then of course you got the Mexican American Fundora, the Tyrant Inferno. Now, what's your thoughts, man? Do you feel like the money's behind the future within Fundora, or can you see them wanting to make those big fights, those unifications, or big money fights with Keith?
Nah, I think right now if we looking at the Latino landscape for real, with Canelo taking that big L, I think right now it's like the Hispanics are in a race to become that guy. Like what's my man's name?
Like with
Ryan
Benavidez taking
Garcia.
over that Cinco de Mayo day.
Yeah, like him,
Hmm.
Benavidez, Ryan Garcia, Emiliano Vargas. You know them guys, them type of
Also
guys.
Xander Zayas,
Yeah,
even
Xander
though he's
Zayas,
Puerto
like
Rican, but yeah. Hmm.
nah, that he fits into that category though as a Latino because they all one group. But yeah, I think right now it's a whole race. So of course, I think money is definitely behind Fundora in that division.
Yeah, I could see it that way. I could see it that way. Now, when you look at it for Fundora, right? Let's say if he does get past Keith, what's the biggest fight for him? If you had to lay this out, right? If I lay out these fights, what's the bigger fight? 'Cause we were talking about this for Xander, right? Who was bigger for Xander? A Virgil Ortiz as an opponent for Xander, or Boost Ennis for opponent or as an opponent for Xander, right? With Fundora, who do you think is like the bigger fight, Virgil, Boots, or Xander? In that mix up at 154, who's the biggest name? What's the fight that you think is going to do the best? Just as far as commercially and action pack wise, all that good stuff. Oh,
Boost.
well, let me
I
say,
think
Boost number one, or rank them for me then too, if you can.
I would have to say Boost number one. And who else you said?
Virgil and Xander.
Oh yeah, Boost number one, Virgil. Then it'll be Xander Zayas number three.
Mm. Break that Boost down. Is that just a green print? And do you feel like Boost has the support of the people in a sense that they'll come out and support him in that matchup?
Of course. Only thing people have to say bad about, and I ain't gonna even say bad. I'm gonna say the only thing they criticize about Boost is just the opponents that he's been fighting. Him being 28 or 29 years old,
Hold
and
on.
him having 35.
So are we talking? Are we talking like money fights?
Right. Yeah, the biggest fight. Yeah. Hmm. Like, is the biggest fight for Fundora? Boots
Would
as an
be
opponent, Virgil as an opponent, Xander as an opponent.
would be
Active
Xander.
family.
It would be Xander. You gotta think about it. You gotta think about it, right? He's gonna have a whole country behind him, right? We're talking politics. We're not talking skill set. We're not talking fighting the best. We're talking politics. He's got a whole country behind him. One, right? And he's the unified team. Two, right? So that already kills the whole argument of who's who's
How
who's the biggest money fighter. You
how does
gotta,
he
you
have a
gotta,
whole country behind him?
bro. He has whole Puerto Rico behind him. Listen, right?
Okay,
This
and Boost.
I just went over this too with somebody the other day. This shit was funny. So where he fought at this last fight, there's nobody been fought there. There's only been three names that fought in that Coliseum thing. It's
Yeah.
180 people. It's Tito
Does
and
Boost
Hector
not have
Camacho.
America behind him?
He does have America behind, but he doesn't have it. Like if you go up to a casual right now, you'd be like, yo, you know who Bruce Ennis is? A lot of times they're not gonna know who he is. If you go up to somebody, they'd be like, that's Spanish, you know, who Xander is? They'd be like, yeah, that's the Puerto Rican kid.
No, they won't.
Yes,
No,
they
they won't.
will, bro. I
You
promise you
you
that.
not being
They
so you
I
telling me?
don't know. He with Bad Bunny, AB.
Yeah,
They building
you
him.
got to think about. You're not thinking money.
Bro,
You think you got to think
let's be
money.
real.
Let
Let's
him
be
let him cook a
okay.
little bit, Juan. Go ahead, AB.
But let's be real though. A lot of people can say the same thing for Ryan Garcia, but when it comes to selling tickets, it's not there. Am I lying?
If you think about it, how much did he do his last fight?
I don't know. They didn't disclose it, which tells us what we need to know.
I don't know, bro. 'Cause that looked pretty sold out to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I
I
ain't gonna
mean,
lie to you right there.
and the crazy part is that sucks about African Americans. As much as they like to put that in our brains with the Latino fighters, when it comes to having a country behind them, quote unquote, it's only because they get into a fight with an African American. That'd be the biggest fights.
Because
Am I right or am I wrong?
because it sells. You think about it. Look at the
Yeah.
biggest fights in the world. It sells. It sells. Think
Because
about it.
But
America is behind them, and because
No, but
when
you
you
gotta
nah, it's
you
not
gotta
more so AB is because they want to see the brother lose.
yeah, you gotta
So
think
when a
that
about it.
guy when a hold on, let
You
me just
gotta
say
think
this
about
one
it.
real quick. A lot of times with the Black American fighter, they have to build themselves up to be big enough for people to want to see them lose the fight.
You
Now,
gotta be
I
the
gotta ask
villain.
you,
You
AB,
hold.
before one, yeah, the villain, right? I gotta ask you one. I mean, excuse me, AB. Do you feel like Boost is big enough to be the villain that people actually want to see him lose a
and
fight,
he's
or is he
and he's
still in that stage where people enjoy Boots and they understand he's really an underdog in a sense? Is that he can't get any big fights, he can't get the top names. So, what's your thoughts, AB? Do people want to see Boost lose?
I mean, I would say they would, but since Crawford, out of the way with retirement, I don't know. I don't know because at the time, the fans was kind of like, they was feeling the way they felt because everybody wanted to see him and Crawford fight. So I don't know.
Yeah. My bad. It was a little feedback one. You can come on if you wanted to cook on that. But I see. But AB, it's just I could see it with the Lima fight. Boots is getting a lot of commercial acclaim now, which is good, right? Stop and Standing on is unifying 147. The Lima fight, people had kind of like had a lot to say about it or whatever. Now, I guess that does draw some people to kind of like try to clown or maybe feel indifferent about you. Now, but Boots is such when you see him, his mannerisms, his focus on the sport of boxing, he's hard not to like. Just as
yeah.
like it's like, do I really want to see this kid lose? Nah. I mean, because and the thing is, because he doesn't talk, he doesn't talk outside of himself. He's not out cursing, carrying on. He's really kind of respectful, and that's the thing with like Devin. Devin need Bill. Why did Devin get so big? Bill is out doing the talking and stirring the pot, things of that nature. Devin gets bigger, but also people want to see Devin lose because of Bill.
That's
So
but that's but
go
this is
ahead.
the this is but this, you gotta understand too. Like these guys had like already credible things going on even before the big fights came. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody knew Devin because he's the kid on YouTube beating people up on Mexican. And then mind you, on top of that it was with Floyd for a while. Everybody knew Tank because he's the one that he was putting people to sleep. Same thing with Spence. Like Spence didn't get that whole notoriety until he got the until Floyd gave him the stamp. It's like, all right, well, he gave me good sparring. He's the reason why I'm back at this. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta kind of think about it. Like these dudes have followings because of these things, certain things. Boots out of like they don't even want to say out of nowhere. A lot of people didn't know Boots until I think a couple years ago. Feel me? Because if you were to be like, "Oh, do you follow?" A lot of dudes. Do you follow USA boxing? A lot of dudes they don't follow the USA boxing. They don't follow the amateur. They don't follow like us. Yeah, we know them because we follow the amateurs. You know what I'm saying? But these dudes don't know them. You know what I'm saying? These dudes don't know a hole in the
Right.
wall. You feel? So you got to understand
Okay,
it. Like, yeah, you got to
not
understand it
to,
in a certain way.
okay, not to cut you off, but this you just said we just found out about Boost a few years ago,
No, not
but
you're
for
not
real,
saying you. I'm not saying you, but you gotta understand.
no,
Like,
no, no.
wait, I'm saying
I
like
get
this,
what you
right?
were saying. Now I get what you were saying. I was saying like you mean like the masses basically, like the casuals and stuff like that. But the
Yeah,
thing is this:
yes.
we really just started talking about Xander Zayas after he really like won the belt. If we be real, like that's when people was like, okay, we should match him up with this person, that person. Before that, he wasn't really in the mix for real. He just
And
now
and
getting
I
into the mix.
and I
And
get and I get what you and I get what you're saying, but at the same time
hold,
too, right? At the
hold on,
same
hold
time
on,
too, right? Go ahead, do your thing.
hold
Go.
on.
You
I'm about to wrap it up. And if we be honest, we got to look at Boost and what his name is associated with. You got him having these amateur fights with Gary Antoine Russell, win or lose.
right.
Um, what's my man? Jermaine
Hitchens.
Ortiz, Richards and Hitchens. Then you got the whole, dream matchup with Spence and Crawford. So his name alone is
Burton.
associated with a lot of people. And then on
Yeah.
top
I'm
of
gonna
the
play.
fact that he was fighting on Tank
Go ahead, free.
undercard, and he was doing his thing. So
Go
I'm,
ahead,
let,
free.
his name been in the mix.
It
let me say
has.
this.
He been for a
When
few
it
years
comes
now. It's been about 4 years. Go ahead, Free.
when it comes to Xander Zayas, the boxing community might not have been talking about him, but the Puerto Ricans were talking about Xander Zayas. A lot of Puerto Ricans were talking about Xander Zayas. That is, I has been on the map for a long time in the Puerto Rican community. Maybe not in the boxing industry like that because he was fighting on a lot of undercards and he wasn't being shown as much. But the Puerto Rican community, they was behind that Zayas since
Now let me
probably
say this.
by his second year in the boxing industry.
Not
They've been
even
behind
that free. Not even that free. As soon as
In
he
the
started,
amateurs.
yeah,
Since in the amateurs.
yeah,
Since
because
the amateurs.
he was a national champion, but also he was he was like the youngest signee since who for Top Rank. I mean, for like the last 20, 30 years, he was the youngest person that was allowed to go pro for Top
Hmm.
Rank. So Xander is yeah, he's been around for a minute, and to be honest with you, people was really excited and almost crying when he became champion. He's like 21 years old.
Yeah, bro.
So
You
this
gotta
is a big
understand. You
deal,
gotta people.
AB.
It's you gotta understand that this kid's been around for years. You might have not heard of him because again, like Free said, he was around the small circles and stuff like that. But this kid's been around for years. And you go around Puerto Rico and you ask, who's the best boxer right here? It's gonna be Xander. It's always gonna be Xander. Feel me? There was a time in time a couple years ago where it was like Felix Verdero, like he came out of nowhere, like oh Felix Verdero, everybody's talking about Felix Verdero. Like nah, this kid that's 14 out here putting hands on people, grown ass men putting
I've been
hands on
I've been
people.
yelling I've been yelling Xander Zayas since I seen him at 19, and he started
Yeah,
at 19. But I've been yelling Xander Zayas since he was 19. I was like, y'all gotta watch out for this young kid. They were like, we
Nah,
talking about Xander
and he was
Zayas.
signed at 16. Hold on, let me look. Let me confirm it, free, because Xander has really got a lot of acclaim. Hold on, let me look it up. Nah, but y'all keep cooking. I went out a little bit. I mean that's just how I see it with Xander from a standpoint of this, AB. Uh, everybody from their own locale, right? You know, you from Florida, you know, I'm from the DMV, you know, whatever, right? And it's so many people, so many Americans, Black Americans to root for. Look at the sport, you know. So when you look at it, and granted, it's a lot of with the Puerto Ricans now. Of course, they have champions all throughout boxing, right? But stars. You see what I'm saying? People that you can like make the face of a company. We got Tang, we got Floyd, we got Crawford, we got EJ, we got Wilder, you know what I'm saying? We got Devin, we got Shakur. We got all these people that we can move around Americans that we can support. It's not like that. They have one every 6, 7, 8, 10 years. We have 3, 4, 5, 6 active in general. So Xander is gonna have, he's always gonna have a lot of support, and they're gonna invest in him. I believe it's like, isn't it, Juan, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't it like 34 to 40 million Puerto Ricans?
yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's not even including New York and the other states that carry a whole bunch of Puerto Ricans. But yeah,
Come on,
just in
man.
Puerto Rico, it's like 40 million.
So just imagine, and then being connected with Bad Bunny, whatever, is he's a commodity unto himself. You see what I'm saying? It was almost be perceived that who else is doing it. He's 21 as a unified champion.
23, not
20,
21.
23 is a unified champion. So it's going to be like he's almost he's in a class almost of his own, as far as what Florida say, he got a country behind him. So now for me personally, I don't even know why they looking at the Boost fight, because I think that's going to be a tough fight for him. And I think Xander has a longevity in the sport. He has years in the sport, being 23. But if they think he can beat Boots, I want to see it, you know? What you think, Juan? You think Xander can beat Boots?
Oh no, he getting stopped. That's a fact.
Yeah.
He getting stopped. He getting stopped. He definitely getting stopped. But yeah, nah, he they just we have like we're not going there. There's a bunch of Puerto Ricans that just don't back down, and he gonna take it no matter what. You know what I'm saying? It's just
The one thing
the
I
way
know,
it is.
Juan, you can correct me if I'm wrong, is but now is there colorism with the Puerto Ricans, or because I just don't see a lot of infighting? You know, it's like the Puerto Rican
Now
people kind of
we
stand
do.
with
It's
each
just
other.
we do. We just had a big card a couple weeks ago over there, but it's just it's not covered enough. You know what I'm saying? So like dudes that
Mm.
like how you say it? Dudes that are coming up and stuff like that, they really don't fight each other, but like dudes that have been established, like Henry LeBron just fought not so long ago in Puerto Rico. I didn't even know that. Like I was like, oh, what the fuck? And he just
Yeah.
fought out there. So it's like,
Hmm.
oh, okay. So it's just dudes fight each other up there. It's just it's not big enough.
Yeah. Yeah. But see, y'all, once you get to that top level, it's a lot of support.
Yeah.
It's a lot of support. So you'll see it out. But I feel like the combination of Xander and
I
Boots.
think the last super fight for us, like in between us, was Kodo Quintana. That was it. I think that was the last one. Like
Yeah, that was
everybody
a while
remember
ago.
Kodo. Yeah, everybody remember Kodo Quintana. Like Quintana was the up and coming, the dude that he can fight.
Hmm. Yep. Appreciate you, AB. Nah, this been a great show. We are hour 40 in, 12 people in the building, man. Y'all tap the like button, help us grow. Hit the follow button, support the channel. Um, yeah, AC said, I don't think Boots stops Xander. I favor Boots to win. Mm. Ooh, that's gonna be a hell of a fight. Xander said he already in camp. Juan, is he in camp for
I don't
Boots?
think. Yeah,
Free, is he
I
in
don't know.
camp for Boots?
I
I
don't
don't.
know.
No, I think Boots win. I don't know if Boots stop him though. Xander's a tough young kid.
Yeah,
I
but
don't think
there was
Boots
there was
stop
there
him.
was things there was things in that boss fight where I seen them like, oh, fight somebody else
No,
might be getting out of there.
yeah, and see,
I'm with you on
the
that one.
only reason why I say I don't think Boots stop him is because Xander is not going to stand right in front of Boots and let Boots get a clean shot. Xander
Nah,
has a little bit of that turn in him where he's going to move around the ring. He's not going to stand right in front of Boots. I think
absolutely.
Boots, yeah, I think Boots will hit Xander with some big shots. I think he might hurt Xander, but I don't know if he stops him. That would be saying a lot if Boots stops Xander's eyes.
Yeah, T Mac said Boots not good at cutting off the ring, and Xander could give him trouble.
I don't know.
Xander could trouble him.
I don't know. I feel like people forget that Karen does give a lot of people fits stuff. Like he could for real fight.
Yeah, he's strong too. I just feel like Boots look very strong at 154.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a hell of a job he did in that first fight against Lima, stepping on him in the first round. Now, free. What fight is the biggest for in that round robin? How would you rank up those matchups? Because you got Fundora, the Mexican American, Virgil Ortiz, Mexican American. Both West Coast based, and then you have Jerron Boots Ennis, Philadelphia native, unified champion, former unified champion. And then you also have Xander Zayas, 23-year-old unified champion, current active unified champion, right? How do you see those fights just as far as on the scale of like the viewers, right? That's gonna get the most eyeballs. Do you see, and just break that down for us? What's your thoughts?
I think the fights that will get the most views is going to be a mixture of three possible fights. That's Sebastian Fundora versus Xander Zayas because you got Mexican versus Puerto Rico. You got Fundora versus Jerron Bucenis because you got Brown versus Black, or um, or Sebastian Fundora versus um, versus Virgil Ortiz because those are two upcoming Mexican stars in the same weight class. So, I mean, the key opponent is you got Sebastian Fundora in all of those fights because I think out of all of them, Sebastian Fundora might be the biggest star out of all of them. He might be the biggest star.
Mm. So he might be the biggest star. Mm.
I'm just looking at you got Sebastian Fundora that has a whole country behind him. Jerome Businis is a hell of a talent, but he don't have all of the U.S. behind him. Sebastian Fundora got all of Mexico behind him.
I'm behind him. I think Boots. I feel like Boots just don't get the chance though. That's the thing, bro. I just feel like
No,
dudes like Boots, bro. That they're never really gonna get. Like it's like Winky in a weird way. Like Winky never really got the real chance until he fought Shane, and then even then it was like a lot of dudes still avoided him, and it was like, damn, bro, you telling me
yeah,
you gonna keep avoiding old dude?
yeah, I think Boots could be the biggest star in the future. I'm just talking about right now. Right now, at this very moment, I think Sebastian Fundora might be the biggest star out of all of those guys. But
He
I
said
think
Pandora
Boots,
can't. He said Pandora can't draw flies to shit. That's crazy.
They say Fundora not a big draw. Let me just say this. Shout out to Emma Queen pulling up and shout out to Micah pulling up and Micah joining the membership. Appreciate you, Micah. I dropped the link just in case you wanted to pull up on the panel. I know you be working. Look at Micah with his hard hat on. Pause. Working, building. Man, shout out to my brother. Keep doing your thing, man. Appreciate you.
if you say
Let's keep
Sebastian
working.
Fundora, I mean, none of these guys are big draws. None of them are big draws.
But the big money fight is Pandora, though.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it
Over Virgil
outside of
Ortiz?
no,
Yeah,
no,
the big money
yeah,
fight is. You got to think about it though. You got to like again, like I said, like he beat the guy that was supposed to be the next guy at the division. That
With that
tells
you
you.
talking
That
about
tells you.
Sinzu?
Yeah, man. You got to
That's a
remember
big that's
before.
a big win. Those are big wins, but
I think Sebastian Fundora and Juwan Bucinis is a bigger fight than Virgil Ortiz. I know a lot of the boxing community want to see Virgil versus Jerome Bucinis, but we're talking about the boxing community. Now, when we talk about the casuals, they know more about Sebastian Fundora because he's the champion. Virgil never fought for a title. They know who they might know who Virgil is, but they're not real big on Virgil right now because he never fought for a title. So when you look the casuals look at the name and then they say, okay, what has he done? Virgil hasn't been in a big fight. His biggest fight was Erk Lubin. That was his biggest fight, Erk Lubin. Two mediocre name fighters. So that's why I said I think Sebastian Fundora is the biggest name out of all of them. I think Jerome Buchanan has the potential to be the biggest name, but right now, Sebastian Fundora, in my opinion, is the biggest name out of all of them. And like I said,
Is that my boy Micah? What's going on, player?
none of them are huge draws. Because if you take Jerome Buchanan out of the Philadelphia area and let's put him in Atlanta, does he still do huge numbers in Atlanta like he did
He
in
did. He
Philly?
did. He did numbers in Atlantic though. I was there too for the thing. That was that. You did the numbers for that one.
No, that's what I said. If you take him outside of that area, because that's his hometown is
Fundora don't
45
do
minutes away.
numbers there either.
Atlantic City is 45 minutes away from Philly.
Uh, I
Yeah, so
mean, yeah.
you take him out of that area and put him in Atlanta. Put him in Atlanta, not Atlantic City, Atlanta, Georgia. And does Jerome Houston do big numbers in Atlanta, Georgia? If you put him in Cali, does he do big numbers in Cali? That's what I'm saying. We don't know what Jerome numbers is outside of his local area. We don't know what his
Yeah.
numbers are.
Right. I
Yeah,
don't know.
but
it,
sometimes,
Boost is doing. Go ahead,
sometimes,
Mike. I want you to cook on it, but Boost is doing things a certain way. Free, and I'm with you. I don't think it's not there because its personality moves you through different markets, right? People like kind of picking up on your personality. So if you don't talk to the public, people not gonna know who you are. You didn't get no sound bites for the news and everybody to push. Or you haven't shown yourself out to the public enough for those markets to kind of buy into you. So I'm with you,
And I'm
Free.
gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you
But
another
he's not.
example.
He's not. He's
Another
not even. It's not even that he don't talk junk, but it's like he don't really need to though. Like to tell you, I just feel like
But people got it.
somebody
They
said
got to
it.
see you
I'm gonna tell
outside
you, I'm
though. At
gonna tell
least
you
Nah,
that's
but
all.
I feel like somebody said it well here. I think the way you move him right is a certain way. Like this is the reason why he separated from his first promoter because he wanted these big fights and he
but
didn't get them. And then even then he go in Matchroom, right? So he goes to Matchroom and they do this whole thing with Virgil and still hasn't got the fight. So because of certain circumstances, he just hasn't got the big fights. Not saying that he's not not saying that he's not a world class fighter. Not saying that he's not. Not saying that he's not, an entertaining person. But at the same time, too, if you think about it, like there's a lot of dudes down in history that don't need to talk, just show up and fight. Like the reason why we fell in love with Floyd is because Floyd talked a whole bunch of games, but then backed it up. You got dudes like Shane. Shane rarely talks back to anybody. So you gotta understand.
Sebastian got something going for him that none of them else got going for him. He got a secret weapon going for him as well. He got a daggone little sister that's an undisputed champion that's also fighting. So they're gonna pay attention to that family now that he got a sister that fights too. I mean, or she got a brother that fights too. That draws more eyes to Sebastian Fundora, draws more eyes to Gabriel Fundora because they're brother and sister and both of them champions.
Boots is a bigger draw than Sebastian. More people know Boots than they know Sebastian Fundora, and it's just the name recognition. Because a lot of people can go out and say who Boots is, but they wouldn't know who Jerron Ennis is. A lot of casuals just know him as Boots. But a lot of casuals don't even know who Fundora is, and if
Don't know what he look like, just know your brother.
And then on top of this, that whole country thing, man, that's played out. That don't work for everybody because if it did, then Matias would have did numbers in Puerto Rico, and he did not.
But the thing is with Matias, that's a whole different thing with Matias. Matias was something different because Matias. I feel like people knew Matias was gonna, but Matias knew he knew he was gonna get beat.
Because when I went to Puerto Rico, Matias' picture was all over the place. But
people knew he was gonna get beat. Yeah, but you got to look at the venue that he fought at too. Like when he fought, what's his name in Puerto Rico? That's not a big stadium. That's not even a arena. Like you kind of gotta like think about it. Like he's not big because we knew he was gonna be like when somebody gets behind you is when like dudes like Xander, like when Xander got signed, everybody kind of got excited around the time. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, oh well, he just got signed. Matias, he came out of nowhere. Yeah, he got popped and power. He got 20 straight knockouts, whatever the case may be. But we knew he was gonna get beat because he had no head movement. You know what I'm saying? So everybody kind of figured he was gonna get beat.
On top of that, Boots do all types of he appear on shows. He does some stuff. I think he does more press than Fundora. Like
remember he does only YSM though. That's it. You don't do interviews outside of YSM like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta think about it. He doesn't do when's the last time you seen him talk to somebody besides YSM? When's the last time y'all seen it? Right. So you gotta think about it. Like Fundora, the reason why people know Fundora is because you gotta remember when he showed up for PBC, they were talking about look at this 154-pound dude that's 6'6" all over on Twitter.
Yeah, back when you
gotta also remember boxing is what you've done for me lately.
He ain't had no emotion since he got knocked out. Like I don't hear nothing about him.
I mean, hey,
if I went in a random barbershop and was like, and said Boots' name and said Fundora name, I'm pretty sure more people would know who Boots is than Fundora.
Yeah, but then you'll be like, this is 6'6", 154-pound dude.
But we all like boxing. So.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on where you at and where he was at the time. I don't know. I think Fundora is getting fan bases because he is getting a fan. He is getting fans, all over the place. He's entertaining to watch. I feel like the more that you watch him, he's gonna get more entertainment.
Not. I don't think it would. I don't think it would be more money, but
he's just gonna be more entertaining.
Yeah, more entertaining because Xander. I don't know. It's something about him that I like. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Mug.
It's because
He
he fights.
seems
He's gonna fight you. He's gonna
yeah.
fight you. He's gonna fight you no matter what.
But
That's the way every kind of Puerto Rican is.
Fundora don't even use his tools that he can. Like he long as hell, he don't never use it. That'd be pissing me off a little bit. You know, I mean, that'd be making me mad a little bit. But
Let me ask you this, Michael. How do you see the fight between Fundora versus Thurman?
I think Fundora is going. I actually I can't even call it. That's why I ain't bet on this fight because if one time show up, then it's over because Fundora weak to the body and one man but then Keith Thurman weak to the body too. So I don't know, man. If the Fundora show up that beat up Lubin, it might be a long night for Keith. But if one time show up, Fundora might go to sleep because, like I said, he don't use his tools. He don't use his length. He fight on the inside, and that's kind of stupid. But that's gonna play into Keith's skills. He got really good feet. Like he could hop all around that man, getting different angles. But I don't know because Keith be taking these long layoffs. So I don't know what's going to happen.
I think you might have been looking at Fundora prior to the first Tim Tszyu fight because since he fought Tim Tszyu that first time, that man been using his arm reach. He's been using his jab. He's been fighting at a distance and mid range. He ain't been fighting on the inside like he normally do. If you look at the two fights that he had after the Tim Tszyu fight, he wasn't fighting on the inside. He was fighting at mid range and long distance. So I don't know. Maybe he did have something done with his eyes where he can see now at a distance because he hasn't been fighting on the inside.
The first Tim Tszyu fight, let's be real, Fundora was getting cooked.
No, I understand it. That's what I said. After that fight, he's been fighting more at a distance. After that fight, he's been fighting because until Tim Tszyu got cut, Fundora was fighting on the inside. But when Tim Tszyu got cut, he started fighting on the outside, and I guess something must have clicked in his head. He said, "Oh, I don't have to make these fights as hard as I've been making them. I can fight from a distance because he's been fighting from a distance." That fight.
I got Fundora stopped in there.
Yeah, I think when you look at it, the only way that Keith Thurman is going to have any success is by getting in close. With Sebastian Fundora, who fights way better than Keith Thurman on the inside, that's a bad recipe for Keith Thurman getting to the inside because Sebastian Fundora throws a lot of body shots. He throws that long uppercut as well. If he fights on the distance, his arms is too short. I don't see an avenue for Keith Thurman to win outside of maybe he can land a big shot and knock Sebastian Fundora out. That's the only avenue that I see for Keith Thurman.
That's what I'm expecting. I think it's gonna look like Tank Frank Martin.
Nah. I think it's gonna be more like the. Like I think it's gonna be more like a. Yeah, I think it's gonna be like more like a.
Because who did he got? What was his name? Ocampo? Was that him? No, who Mendoza, yeah. And he was beating up Mendoza too until he wasn't.
Yeah, he got caught with a lucky shot. But
I feel Keith Thurman gonna be able to. I feel like Keith Thurman might be able to pull it off. I wouldn't bet on it. I feel like I'm 60-40 for Sebastian Fundora. But I don't trust him.
Brian Mendoza was willing to get hit. Keith Thurman ain't willing to get hit. He's not willing to get hit. You hit Keith Thurman to the body one good time, he's going to get on his bike and run.
Yeah, because that boy hurt to the body. So, yeah.
Mario Barrio hurt that man to the body. That man's been hurt to the body every fight except for the Jarvis Brock fight. He's been hurt to the body in damn near every fight.
Yeah, but even then, you still got a punch of chance though. He definitely still got a punch of chance. I'll give you that one. Still definitely got the punch of chance. It just I don't know how much of a chance that is.
Even in the previous fight, like he was arguably winning that second half.
Yeah.
Just like
I,
just like
I
the
wish.
Adrian Broner Maidana fight. The second half of the fight, AB was winning that.
Who? The Madonna fight?
Mm-hmm. The
Yeah.
first half
No,
he was
I
getting
agree.
beaten, but the
I'll
second
agree.
half, that's what I like. I feel like something just telling me that Keith Thurman can actually pull this off. I don't know why, but maybe it's just all the crap he talking. He done convinced me. I don't know. I think this is a dumb fight.
Let me get
And
back. Let me get back in the mix. You said it's a dumb fight. I was about. I broke that up at the wrong time. 2 hours in, y'all tap the like button. Keep following. Keep helping us grow. Put some color in the chat. Let's build. Now, is this? Are you gonna buy this pay per view, Micah? Is this pay per view worthy? Just seeing the return of one time and Sebastian, talk to us.
no, hell no, this ain't pay per view worthy. Most people don't think Keith Thurman got a chance. Well, most people I didn't talk to don't think Keith Thurman stand a chance, and it just came out of nowhere. Like Keith Thurman, nah. Sebastian Fundora is doing some BS. I ain't gonna lie. He should be fighting other champions. He already done ducked Xander.
Do you feel like? Do you feel like the money is behind Fundora in this matchup or Keith? Do you? Can you see? Can you foresee Keith having bigger money fights available if he gets the win over
Oh,
Fundora?
most definitely. They gonna look at him like he food. I feel like Xander Boots tried to get that fight at 147. He wasn't going around the same time he was trying to get Sean Porter in the ring. But yeah, I feel like if Keith Thurman win this belt, all the sharks gonna come out. They all gonna be gunning for him, and he's gonna have the rare opportunity to be back making them big bucks, them A side bucks. If you take down the Tower and Inferno, because technically he's looked at as the best champion to a lot of people right now.
Is Errol Spence the biggest name available for Keith Thurman, or do you feel like there's somebody else that Keith could fight at 154 to be a bigger fight?
Oh nah, Spence definitely. Spence would be the biggest name for him to fight. Well, the biggest. I think that would draw the most attention because they got a history behind it. People been wanting to see that fight for years, including me. So yeah.
Wow, so the chat doesn't agree. AC doesn't agree. He says Keith is old and inactive. He not marketable. T Max says Errol Spence is done. Michael, do you believe that maybe one of the younger guys like a Virgil or Boots is a bigger fight than Errol?
For Keith Thurman? No.
What about Xander?
Yeah, definitely. I'd only say that Errol Spence is a bigger fight for Keith because they got that history and people been wanting to see this for a while. Now for Xander, I think either Boots or one of the other champions would be his biggest bet. I think Boots might be the biggest fight for him right now, as far as like generating selling tickets. I don't know if that would be on pay-per-view or not. But as far as selling tickets, yeah, Boots.
And also, you got to keep in mind, Carrier with Keith Thurman, they've been wanting to make Errol Spence. They've been wanting to make the Tim Zoo fight. Also, you have Jamel Charlo potential 154 fight. So let's not forget these options. They would love to get Jamel Charlo back out, Errol Spence back out. To be real, and we got to be honest, both of those guys, Jamel, I mean, and maybe even respectfully, Tim Zoo, even, right? Like they're more known. Like what we say, having a country behind you in Tim Zoo. You
Yeah,
know, Errol having the state of Texas behind them, New York behind them, and you know, a lot of people want to see him do well, and he hasn't fought in 4 years, so that'll be intrigue. And then you got Jamel Charlo, who we know what he's done being undisputed at 154. The Charlo name versus Thurman would be fire.
you know
And
what?
shout out to TD, man, supporter of the channel, member of the channel. Get your memberships, y'all. Let's build. Appreciate you, TD.
Take that back because it's a lot of people that are still Errol Spence fans, like to this day, that will watch any fight that he goes into, and that like me myself, I watch any fight that Errol Spence fight, and it's a lot of like still bitter Crawford fans for some reason because he won. I don't know why they would still be like that. That will watch to see Errol lose again. So that'll be a big. Errol might be the biggest fight for everybody, and then maybe Charlo because no one ever like took the titles from him. You know, so technically, I feel like that'll be a big fight too. Because Charlo was no slouch. He was a pretty good draw as well. Not as big as Errol, but he said Spence been coming back for 3 years. Yeah, I thought so too. A couple years ago. I was thirsty. I thought he was gonna fight Fundora.
Now, what was the guaranteed purse for Terrence and Errol, Micah? Tell the people.
I don't even remember.
25 million.
Mm-hmm.
So to say any about what is and what ain't box office, don't even anybody that can guarantee that get that type of guarantee. We ain't gonna even do that, carrier.
Oh yeah, but I think the biggest fight at 154, like period, would be Errol Spence versus Jamel Charlo.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, at the end, come on, man. Errol Spence, Jamel, uh, Errol versus Keith. I mean, Errol Fundora. Like Errol showed up to the Fundora, like he wanted the Fundora fight, you know.
Yeah,
So
I
we,
think they were lined up to fight a couple years ago.
yeah. So if he can get cleared, I think we probably do get that fight.
Unless Keith looked at the Apple card. But I feel like if Keith win this, Errol Spence might just go ahead and do it.
Yeah, I don't see why not
I
fighting
don't
for
need
a second division, but I
yeah,
don't. I, it's just gonna
when
be tough for Keith.
oh my bad.
Now you got it, Michael.
When Crawford was sitting there playing around, I think he should have fought. I think he should have fought Keith Thurman then. When Crawford was sitting there
Well,
playing around.
he tried, but he got in a car accident.
No, I'm talking about back
I
when
know.
Crawford
Yeah,
was playing around with
when
David.
he pulled out and fought Evanescence, yeah, he was lined up to fight Thurman, but he had gotten a minor car accident. It wasn't the big car accident. He got in another car accident like December of that year. It was December of 2022.
Oh yeah.
So that messed up because they was gonna do that. Come on, Al Heyman ain't about to miss out on no money.
Then it
So he just got in an accident. So that was the story on that. And then he had a year of inactivity before the Crawford fight or whatever.
yeah, I hated that. I hated
Yeah.
that. A whole year of inactivity.
While we here, before we get off today, man, I appreciate all the support. Before we get off today, let me look up whatever everything else is happening this, and I'm gonna put that to the I'm gonna let everybody notice in here what we got to look forward to this week outside of Fundora versus Thurman. And then y'all know we here 4 days, we here every day this week. Unless I have an admin day, but right now, you know, we gonna be here cooking on this. Let me see. Let me see what we got in store this weekend. I already know it's the PBC card is gonna be fire. I mean, Elijah Garcia versus Kevin Newman. That's really what we want to see. If Kevin Newman can go ahead and get past Elijah and possibly contend for a title, that'd be interesting. Elijah's durable. Elijah can take a punch, but we saw he was outboxed by Terrell Goucher on a PBC card, and Terrell Goucher really didn't get a favorable decision in that. Let me see here. You were supposed to call Kevin Newman? Yeah. Well, you can definitely get him after the fight, no question. Tails of the B side. I showed it earlier. He's on the B side, of this fight. And it's gonna be interesting to see how they call it. Okay, TD, yeah, good move. TD said he gonna hit him up. Good. Yeah, it's fight week. It's fight week. I know he probably itching right now to get into it. He probably itching. Okay, let me just say this real quick, bro. Michael, before you cook on it. I see three card. It's a Friday card. Joel Mafu versus Mariano Faris on ESPN Plus, ESPN Deportes. But that's on Friday, right? But let me just talk about Saturday. We got a full slate on Saturday. We got Pro Box TV, Brian Acosta versus Ryan Rios. That's gonna be in Long Beach, California. We also have on Saturday. It's gonna start and that starts at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's at 1 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. Is the DAZN card Queensberry Promotions Moses Atama versus Jermaine Franklin. That's in Manchester, United Kingdom. And so the main event will probably be around 6 p.m., right around that time, right? Now, or 5:36, something like that. Outside of that, we have the main event on at 8 p.m. Eastern, of course, Sebastian Fundora versus Keith Thurman. So we definitely have a lot to look forward to this weekend coming up on Saturday. So it's definitely gonna be lit. And I'm hoping that Kevin Newman um is ready for this fight. I think it's gonna be a big fight. I definitely think it's gonna be a big fight. So I'm locked in on it. Shout out to everybody that pulled up today. We definitely growing. The channel was building. And hey, the support is fire. Now, we do have 15 active in the membership right now. We are going to be doing a raffle on April 1st. April 1st is going to be the first raffle on the channel. You good, Mike? I appreciate you, bro. You good? I'm going to do a raffle. Everybody that has an active membership April 1st, it's going to be $50. This is just a way to start giving back. And I appreciate everybody that joined the membership. But teamwork made the dream work, yo. And the support is real. So we got a lot to look forward to. I was going to ask you, Mike, about the Mosey Tama, but we'll talk about that later on in the week. That ain't no big deal. Moses is looking like he's going to be a future world champion if he can get past Jermaine Franklin. I think they'll find him an opportunity to get an interim or something of that nature very soon. If he's not already the interim, let me look at the heavyweight real quick. Let me look at the heavyweight rankings really quick to see if Moses still has a belt. Moses may already have a belt. Let me verify, y'all. Let me verify. Okay. Yo, man, pop-ups is nasty on this thing. Moses Atama is number one with the WBA, and he's also number one with the WBO. So I'm sure I seen him with a belt. He probably has maybe some secondary titles, but he's not the interim champion just yet. But so if he gets this win, he'll be next in line for Fabio Wardley, Dane Dubois winner. He also probably can fight Murat Gaziev, but he probably doesn't want that regular title because, I mean, honestly, he wants to fight the full champion Usyk, right? So he's just gonna have to wait his turn. But I mean, he's right in prime position. He's right in prime position. Appreciate you, Micah and T Mac. Appreciate y'all. Micah said, "Give Jermaine a pillow." Yeah. He going night night. Mm, man. And speaking of that, man, shout out to DB3. Shout out to Keyshawn Davis and DB3. I think Pugilism had mentioned them earlier, but I passed over the comment. My apologies. But we working. And Kelvin Davis and Keon Davis gonna have a main event at Chartway Arena, which is the ODU arena, in Norfolk, Virginia. So that's gonna be like April 4th, same day as Wilder Chisora. So we got a lot. We got a lot of what we have a good amount of fights to look forward to over the next couple of weeks, and everything is going well, man. Everything is going well. Hey, man, appreciate all the love and support. I'm gonna go ahead and get some lunch, and we're gonna cook on this the rest of the week. Y'all, everybody, listen. All my people. Well, we doing members only channel, so my apologies. But listen, because we would have more hosts on here, but we doing members only panel. Now, let me say this. I need y'all to support the channel and join the membership, not just to be on the panel, but just because you want to see the channel grow. It's gonna start with the people. If you like the content, we're gonna come. We can do more content. If you're a channel member, you can have suggestions on doing certain things or whatever. Whoop de whoop. And then also, I have the members Discord set up for our members, right? For on TikTok and on YT, and I'm connected with a lot of beautiful people and a lot of very well educated people as well. So I got a lot in store, man. Y'all stay locked in with me, and the grind don't stop, man. We're gonna keep working. I appreciate all the love and support. God bless y'all. We definitely building, man. And let me just do this real quick while I got y'all here, because I do it on all of my TikTok lives. I'm gonna pray us out. Shout out to my brother Paz, 'cause we doing things a little bit differently. We a community. We are building community. We are networking and engagement community, right? So we want to communicate with each other positively and support each other and help each other's grow. And shout out to my brother Prize Fighter. Prize, we working, we here. And my brother Prize, a real supporter, genuine supporter of the channel. And man, just want to see the channel do well. So I'm thankful for you, bro. And everybody supports us, man. Shout out to the Sports Art Network, the People's Network. Um, Heavenly Father, thank you for your grace, your love, your mercy. Thank you for allowing us another opportunity to breathe life and fellowship with one another. We just ask that you protect us as we come and as we go, that your will be done in our lives. In Jesus' name, amen. Love y'all. I'm gone. Peace.
I need money.